I'm Matthew, the Dungeon Master here on Stories to D4. I'm so glad you decided to join us, technical difficulties and all. We have some fantastic encounters and a wonderful adventure here tonight, so I don't want to do too much preamble to the session. Before I reintroduce our cast for the evening, I want to go through just a couple of very quick announcements. First of all, thank you to all of you who've been subscribing here. Kelowna, thank you. I just saw it here in the chat that you subscribed. Every one of those subscriptions here on Twitch or over at becoming a patron over on our Patreon, all of that goes right back into the channel to help us get miniatures and other supplies we need to run the various stories we tell here. We've got a couple of announcements that we've had recently. Our creator showcase, where we'll be showing off the different creators in the tabletop space, including some of our really close friends who've made monsters and spells and items. We're gonna be running a one-shot here on the channel here in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for more information. We've also announced a Star Wars podcast that we'll be releasing wherever you get your podcasts. This is gonna be using the Star Wars 5e system, and I think you're gonna really enjoy it. It's gonna be a smaller, more intimate table, just 3 PCs, and a galaxy far, far away. Before I bring things back to all of our players and we get to do Connor's Crit Corner, I do want to mention it's Friday the 13th and all of my players are quite superstitious for how things will end for their characters today.
Just a little stitious.
Speaking of the players, hey guys, how you been?
Hello. Hi. We have a new Silas today.
We do.
Jake looks different.
You may notice we are down 1 human player. We do still have a Pokemon plush, but Jake is going to be out for just a couple of weeks. We were very excited for both him and Silas to return. He's doing just fine. How are you guys excited? Friday the 13th session?
So Friday the 13th for me is always like a mini celebration, a mini holiday.
You kicked a hornet's nest of mobsters, and
right.
So now you got fun time.
And now I get to celebrate that.
Now we get to have ghosts, and we can make them ghosts.
You see, there you go.
Going ghosts.
Send them to the angels. Yeah.
Are they going to angels or? I was
I don't
gonna
know
say
who they
devils,
worship.
but it's a personal choice.
Well, regardless of their cosmological end, I'm sure that they will be in a much worse mood by the end of the day. Connor, I don't have anything else here. Do you want to tell me how we all did in the Crit Corner? I think we might want to skip me.
No, I think we should include the DM.
No, I think you'd be happy with what you rolled.
Okay.
Because you did pretty well.
Oh.
You might have
Well
done
then.
1. Okay, starting with nat 1s. Bad news first. Our lovely DM here, he rolled 6 nat 1s last
I
night.
did. I was a lot of people last week, and
Yeah.
honestly, sometimes when I am a plural entity, I roll more dice.
Yeah, that's fair. L rolled 3 natural 1s. It happens.
I was also a plurality, perhaps.
Nobody's rolled 10
No one
except for Jake.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
40/20s.
Yeah. Ismini, you had 1 natural 1.
I can
Okay.
fair.
L, you had 1 natural 20.
Even
Winman, you had 1 natural 20. I as well had 1 natural 20.
One's all around.
And then our DM rolled 4 natural 20.
Well, see,
No.
well.
Isn't that about 4d20s?
When you roll a lot of dice.
Yeah, you're tipping the
Yeah.
scales a little bit.
To mention, part of what causes this is that last session you had a particular spell that granted disadvantage on almost everything I was doing. It encouraged my natural ones.
That was the intention. Yeah.
And so I rolled more dice, so you'll see more of those crits, one way or the other.
Start tracking the orange die separate.
You should.
It's fantastic.
It's the devil.
This die has done a lot of terrible things.
That's what
Chaz, I
sends
need
them
you to
the
sit on this
angels.
die. I need you to curse it.
Wait, this sends me the angels? Orange die is good, confirmed. Well, with that, do you guys want to do a quick recap so we can jump right back into tonight's session?
I have an announcement.
Victoria's announcement. Okay,
Hey.
you have the floor.
Join our Discord. It's absolutely free. Come hang out with us. A lot of memes get posted. There's been some fan art of Silas that's gone up in the last couple of months. It's extraordinarily fun, and a new one of Win-Win as well. So come hang out with us. Again, it's free. You can reach it in the description of our YouTube videos or in the About Us section of our Twitch page. come hang out. All of the emotes there are free as well, so anything you can use on Twitch, you can also use over there. However, if you are a subscriber and you want to go link your Twitch account to your Discord account, you can join Special Storytellers Lounge just for anybody who's a subscriber or a Patreon over on Patreon.
And those who join the Subscribers Lounge are privy to some cool behind-the-scenes images. Now that might be seeing what some of the work I do here as a dungeon master before our sessions start. It might be a fireman calendar with Connor and I. Probably not. But hey, who knows? You'll have to go and check out the... Oh, Victoria, don't you write that down.
Nope, too late. It's already written down.
Hey man, if that subscriber bar gets full enough, who knows what I'll
Do
do.
some awkward prom photos. It'll be great.
I like that.
Awkward prom calendar.
Well, with that, let's go ahead and talk about what you guys did last week. I'll keep the recap short because we're still right in the middle of this action. So, when last we met, you mind switching us over to DM, Alex? When last we met, our players were still riding off the high of their heated evening at the Demon's Embrace, a sort of nightclub, chicken wing stop, and strip club all rolled into one with all manner of debauchery. But having spent their time there, the party eventually made their way back home and spoke with one Iris Perkins, a nobleman who's known as the Guildmaster of the Colreed Assembly, an important guild that manufactures the prismatic ink that Eltz is so famous for. Iris has been fearing for her life for quite some time, as several of her close friends from her university days have been slain by the mysterious painter who has plagued our party since the beginning of their adventures. Iris was willing to share quite a bit of information about how her and a number of her friends, including many of the victims, all were involved in a club back at their time at Southminster University, run by Professor Eugene Conaday. This club was where the students were sort of encouraged to have a balanced curriculum where they would learn the arts, they would learn arcane abilities, practice their physical prowess, and elevate their social status even before they went off to become fledgling guildmasters, noble men and women, and famous artists among them. But after learning quite a bit and interrogating both Iris and communicating with some of the vigilantes to get more information about the painter, our party was greeted with the greatest reveal of all time. That Gwynwyn Grandfear possessed the ability to bake cookies, the only food so far we've seen that was actually palatable by mortals. With a bit of levity aside, our heroes went about tracking down the Bugardas. One of the Mr. Bugarda, a crime lord who had recently split off from his former gang, has begun harassing all of the West End. And it seemed that they decided to choose the Weeds as their target of the evening. Our players caught them shaking down a number of individuals there, and actually, on Spindle Street, they had planned to burn down quite a few of the structures there, perhaps to send a message to those who would oppose Mr. Bugarda. During the shakedown, the party clashed against a number of these mobsters, crossbowmen on rooftops, men with massive knives and swords on the streets, and eventually a collection of false soldiers garbed up as if they were Eltzian military, but in fact, more of Bugarda's men. Leading them was a massive bugbear and the right-hand man of Mr. Bugarda, Loch Mesh. But in the end, Ililier was able to slay the bugbear. With a combination of an incredibly placed darkness spell from our dear Thorn and a combination of magic from the rest of the party, our heroes were able to do quite a bit of damage, knocking out the majority of these people, though they were stabilized by a local cleric of Lathander, who ensured that they would find their way to the inside of a prison cell. With that, still quite injured from this recent encounter, we find our players on the streets of the West End, running out from the Weeds and hopefully making their way home to the warehouse where they live. Let's start our session here.
Here, have a red potion.
What is the red potion?
A healing potion. It's always a healing
Cranberry
potion.
juice.
Now, is this just to confirm? Is this you? Did you create another one using your ability?
I have two.
You
each day.
have two a day now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
At 6th level, I
think
gain
when you
two.
get home.
This is a free item. She can make
It's a free item. I make
I'll
two
take
of them a day.
these perfect.
It's free.
Getting that little bit of
2d4 plus 5.
getting that little bit of healing, you find yourself here within the weeds. Now, though you've recently escaped and it seems that most of the fires have been tamped down, a couple of the structures that were relatively isolated still burn, but because of Silas's intervention having shattered through some of the walls, actually the fire doesn't seem to be spreading. But you did hear the march of more guards incoming. False or otherwise, you're not in a good... This is a bad look where you are.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we need to get somewhere where we can defend. Maybe even take a little rest.
Yeah, I think
Back home.
let's go home. Let's run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go find a hammock. You all charge ahead. As a quick reminder, we still do have Silas with you here this evening. So you're Loxodon charging ahead. It's
Can
fun.
as we leave, can I pinpoint the direction that most of the sounds are coming from?
Most of where people are actually
Yeah.
marching from? Give me a perception check, please.
Sure.
You're here in the streets. There's no current signs of violence now that you've moved a few blocks away from Spindle Street. Passing by your uncle's shop, which was only about a block away.
How's it looking?
It's fine. It appears here as you've passed through, you see some shattered windows, though Rickert's shop had already received some rough manhandling previously. This has not been burned down here, as a single fire here would likely torch the entire row.
Yeah.
13.
A 13. As you're kind of marching forward, well, you aren't able to discern the number or really qualities about the footsteps. You would know many more than your party is running through the streets. You hear shouting and murmuring off in the distance. It's mostly from the west, and you're heading north.
Okay.
So they're not like, it doesn't seem like you're being chased, that you've been found necessarily. Speaking of being found, I have to ask, is the party going to be trying to sneak through here? Are there any spells or abilities you want to use as you try to evade whatever pursuers you may have?
I'm Misty stepping ahead of the rest of the party and using my owls to help guide me.
Excellent. That's going to give you advantage in the next check I call for.
I'm gonna drop a fog cloud behind us.
The fog cloud is always so darn effective. I like it quite a bit. I'm going to take note of that as well. Anything else you'd like to do?
Disguise self on Silas, because he's the most recognizable of our party.
Very smart.
Now, Disguise Self, unfortunately, is a self-targeting spell. It's something you can cast on... It's not ranged touch, I
He
believe.
gave away his crown.
He
Yeah,
does.
give away his crown.
Silas no longer can hide his massive Loxodon form.
Well, considering he's as fast as I am, and we got a fog cloud behind us, I think you'll be okay, right? Be able to keep up. All right,
Okay.
Quinlan,
Fine.
let's go.
I'll cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Oh,
then.
okay, good idea.
Never mind.
Perfect. In that case, it sounds like the party's goal is not stealth, but pure evasion. Go ahead and everyone give me an athletics check. That is going to be advantage. Hear me out. Give me advantage on my dear Ismini here. Additionally, I have disadvantage on my check due to that fog cloud. As people are pushing through here, I'm making perception checks. Ooh, not a great roll. Kind of in the middle here.
Connor.
I'm flashing a dream.
Natural 20.
There's a natty 20 over here from Ililie.
Spoilers, but
Do you have one of the walls in your hand?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry for leaving that out.
it's okay.
Warlock tiles.
Helps with the ADD.
Can I say
breaking down the
this music is really making me think of the first Neverwinter Nights game before any of the expansions, any of the sequels.
It's a mix. Your hearts are racing.
It's so good.
But there's besides the sounds that are getting quieter of the shouting off in the distance, the town is relatively calm. People aren't in the streets right now. It is the dead of night as you're all passing through the cobblestone streets here in the weeds. And finally, the structures get nicer. They get larger. You start seeing more of these more industrial places. Give me those rolls.
So I rolled a 9, but Winwin was doing the flash of genius.
14.
So 14. Yeah.
14 for me as well.
17.
22.
That is all successes here. We're not rolling for Silas here. He would be a tiebreaker. As you're pushing through, though a couple times you get a little bit closer to one of these, maybe one of these Bugarda goons, maybe getting closer to you, kind of a solitary person walking around, you do see that as you're pushing through the weeds towards the barrows, one of them, Silas, is able to just strike with his shield. Maybe we get to see a little bit of cantrips flying, but you've lost the bulk of these forces, and by the time you make it back to your warehouse, it's been several minutes since you've seen one of these goons. You appear to have made it home scot-free.
Alarms?
Everywhere.
Yes. We really need to expand Grow.
We need.
Grow.
What are you doing with alarms? So here's the question. As we head back home and you're back in your warehouse, which is a reminder, the warehouse is this 2-story but quite, it looks a little bit larger from the outside, stone structure extending from this mostly abandoned portion of the barrows all the way to the coast itself where the small dock has been set up. You also have an outer wall that's about 8 feet tall, mostly made of stone and wood, with a wrought iron set of double doors, a big gate at the front, wide enough for an oversized cart. So I want to know what the party is doing. You guys are quite exhausted
Can
from the
I
day.
turn to Silas and be like, after we get maybe a little bit of rest, can you run over to the Defiant Smiles, maybe get some backup? I think they're gonna find us here.
You see Silas after that, kind of considering what you're saying here, kind of nodding along. I'm not going to talk for Silas here in this instant. But I would say it's very in character for Silas to be willing to make a run. He's got quite a bit of health. Maybe over the course of this time, gets a little bit of extra magical healing just to top him off. So what is your request specifically? Are you trying to get a number of people to come here to defend over the evening?
Oh no, for just backup.
For a little while, if
For a
we
little
could
while.
hire
Yeah.
things.
Do you want to have? So right now it's about 12 to 1 a.m.
We can
Are
wait
you trying to
till
do
the-
it tomorrow, or are
We
you
can
trying to do
wait
it
till
this
the
evening?
morning.
Oh, wait till the morning.
Yeah.
Morning.
We're here.
They didn't know who we were.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're okay for the evening. I think tomorrow evening will be another story. But I think
Yeah.
tonight we set up some alarms around the front door and like side walls.
We'll make sure
Make
we
sure
have
no one
backup.
comes in. But I think for the rest.
We'll take watches for the first time in our own home. We'll take watches.
Sounds good.
Wake up
can
Ralmor.
do
He
that.
should be good at watching.
Give Yosef a break.
Yeah.
Heading back into your homes. I want to know. So it's about 12 midnight. You know it's about midnight here. You know that if you'd like to recuperate, you will need your 8 hours of rest. So I have to ask the question: what is the plan? If you're trying to set up your alarms, how long is every alarm to take to do?
Every alarm takes
10
10 minutes.
How large are the alarms?
20 foot
20-foot.
cube.
Okay. You can create them, but know that if, depending on how many you're creating will determine your ability to complete a long rest tonight, unless you're going to be staying up until or sleeping until 10 or 11 in the following morning.
You already know my plans for tomorrow. We're good.
Well, I'm asking.
Between the two of us, we could cover the front gate area because I feel like if they're going to show up, they're going to show up in some flashy way, the way they were acting before.
Yeah.
So we'll cover that front gate area.
Do they have any way of sneaking up behind us? Are we back
The
to
dock.
road.
You're back. There's water behind you.
Okay.
So to the east. So your
We could get a boat.
your sort of long rectangular structure stretches from east to west. The eastern portion touches the Tinkto Bay.
Got it.
There's a couple. I mean, there's a couple. It's not hanging over the water, but the eastern portion of your land touches the Tinkto Bay. Probably about 30 feet of space between the end of the warehouse and the bay itself, with a small dock for fishing.
So maybe just alarm the
gate.
either the gate or the back, and then someone's.
Between the two of us, we could cover them in less than 30 minutes or less than an hour.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go to bed then, I guess. If
We'll
you're
take first
doing
watch and do our alarms.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing watches, and we're doing watches here. We have Yosef and Silas for one of these. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Let them bond.
Wake up Rickard, make him do.
Do you want to have
Ralmor, clearly.
first watch, second watch, Silas and Yosef in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Reasonable.
If anything happens, I'll wake y'all up.
I'm sure your alarms will.
We'll just listen to Burns.
I just
Hey.
imagine the iPhone alarm sound.
When we roll dice just to make our own decisions, not mechanically, do we still count those?
Yeah,
I think it's only something that
Oh.
we would probably know.
Well, we won't count them then. Sure. I rolled 2 natural ones on a
I
row
don't
on
think
the
we
orange
need to-
die.
If you're rolling with advantage and you roll a 1, but you roll with advantage, I don't think that needs to be.
Oh, I've been telling
know
you
what I mean?
every
It's
time.
like whatever.
I think
actually,
every time.
Oh, we've
also that
always
counts.
done.
I just figure it's like whatever causes the result, but we can do it.
Oh,
if you want
I think
more.
Okay,
any
let's-
kind of
Sounds
roll
like a
left
good
is fine.
topic for a future footnote.
That's a good one for a
That's
future.
good idea. Okay.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
keep telling you all of them.
Your evening is a bit less restful than perhaps you would like. Some of the injuries from the battle in the streets are a bit more visceral than you've experienced in a little while. Well, you have faced against a dragon. Something about its mythical nature as a separation versus fighting these brigands, these criminals in the streets, fighting against these people who very clearly want to do harm, such as over in Thorn's room as you're resting here, coming home to a sleeping uncle nestled under a big woolen blanket. He's kind of resting in this large rocking chair you've got in the corner of the room.
Just gonna check on him, make sure he's okay. Look at the swelling. Okay, he's good.
Man does not stir as you come in. Definitely, you can see there's a mostly empty cup of what looks to be that moderately alcoholic coffee. He was trying to keep himself up, but unfortunately, in the end, the whiskey won out.
Kind of just
It
counteracted.
counteracts it.
If only we could isolate caffeine in some way.
I'm working on that.
But for many of you, your dreams are relatively still here, thinking only of the dull soreness. And Elle, you must be quite achy through this evening.
It's okay. I do a full routine. Then I remember I have to move the books off my bed before I go to. Every
Truly
time
dreadful.
I lay down, there's one under my pillow.
And you have to go up the
Carvel.
stairs because you live on the second floor.
Well,
Or the
yeah,
ladder. You have to
that's
climb
fun
the
part.
ladder.
I could do
is the
something
problem.
silly and do a flip.
You do leg ups to get up.
Yeah.
But yes, you eventually do find
It
rest.
hurts.
I would ask the first watch to make their perception checks for me. And actually, I'll go ahead. Everyone can roll your perception, as each of the watches are going to do so. Yosef, all right. I hope Silas.
21 for Gwynwyn.
21?
24.
24. During the first shift this evening, you both, as you're sitting here, waiting in the front room, kind of resting here, small table has been set up amongst your supplies. You stand up as a loud, this loud shattering sound ripples through the structure with a flash of light through one of the nearby windows, revealing its nature. A bit jumpy, perhaps, for the evening, as thunder briefly disturbs your rest. Eventually, you go to relieve yourself of the burden of watch and wake up the next watch. Can I ask those perception checks? Here, it's early morning. It's in the early AM.
What do your elf eyes see?
Nothing. I guess I got sleepies in my eyes. I got a 9.
Got a 16.
16.
First watch is best.
There's some genuine nerves for a while, as you do notice that there are Eltzian guard who pass by the outer wall. You see them briefly passing by the gates, but they don't seem to stop at any point and continue their patrols. About an hour later, you see another patrol. Common stuff you've seen. It looks the first patrol is 3 men, the second patrol is 6 men. Later, you see what looks to be just a pair of soldiers who are maybe singing a shanty a little bit too loud in the
These
evening.
ones look more like your
They have a commander
typical
with them.
These not only do you notice on the first couple of groups, you see some of them with signifiers that they have sergeants, but also they appear to actually be wearing guard attire. You do not see any more of those militaristic soldier. You don't see any wartime things here.
Great.
Your rest. Eventually, you were relieved in the early morning by Silas and Yosef, who encourage you to take your last bit of rest. By the time you were awoken this morning, the rain is pleasantly tapping on the stony surface of the warehouse. But the mood itself is still a bit dry as the dull gray light from the overcast skies barely begins to creep in. Though you're sure sunrise is happening around now, it's an early morning still. Yosef is getting you up relatively early here. The day is quite drab, and it doesn't give quite the invigorating feel you'd like on this day. You hear the dulled footsteps of merchants, guards, and sailors walking out on the streets about here in the barrows. You know it occasionally will be busy here. Now I'm curious, Gwynwyn, it's the morning. You've got a bit of time here. If you'd like to, I'm curious how you spend your morning. Are you working on those dyes, the strange tattooing?
I'm gonna make some pumpkin spice lattes. I'm gonna try my hand at making
Okay,
those
spending
again.
some time making a bit of coffee. I like it.
Coffee kind of morning.
It's a coffee kind of morning. Yosef is coming around and slowly waking people up. He wakes up Gwynwyn first, because Gwynwyn, you do stay on the first floor in the far back section of the warehouse. We're gonna go ahead and keep on going. We're gonna ignore Ismini for now. And Lilia, I'm curious, what do you want to be doing here during the morning? Like, you're just waking up at this point.
What do I do every morning? I go on my 5K.
Okay. Heading out?
How are you gonna shake off the soreness?
Heading on out into the streets of the Barrows. You begin your exercise here for the morning. And go ahead and make me an athletics check, please. I'm just kind of curious how your morning goes. You're running in the morning drizzle?
I will say I try really hard to pass by the Defiant Smiles because I'm gonna try to force someone to join me.
It is very early in the day.
I know.
You've started early and immediately went by yourself.
Yeah. Athletics? 7.
It's gonna be a natural 20 for me. Make it quick. Okay. Question. On your morning run, do you wear full equipment and armor and carry your weapons on your morning jog?
No, I do not.
What is your dexterity modifier?
It's a +4.
As you're making your way through the streets,
I'm dying.
you're passing through a section of the Barrows near Pirewood Row. You feel for a moment as you're jogging, like you hit someone, like someone shoulder checked you from behind. Turning your head, the dull feeling quickly goes to ache as you see in your shoulder a bolt from a crossbow. Seeing the marksman on one of these structures beginning to reload, you got two options here. You could keep moving, try to get out of here, or you could try to deal with it. You only see one of them with your passive perception. What are you doing as you take 7 points of piercing damage?
Wow, I didn't know my morning jog would get so dangerous. I don't know what my thing is.
If you're not sure, I can move on for now.
Go ahead and move on.
Ismini, it's the morning. You can smell that you were actually woken up by make a cooking oh, this is actually I just realized this would be a brewer's tools check.
I don't have.
You just roll wisdom.
That's not.
You don't have disadvantage because you've actually been studying this recipe a bit.
An 8.
The strange scent that fills the halls is unfamiliar to you at first. Later, you would realize it is the smell of boiled pumpkin seeds. Perhaps not the ingredient intended for this concoction. You are already kind of beginning to stir when Yosef taps politely on your door. Oh, miss, Gwynwyn's made some coffee, and I've set out some other coffee as well. Should I perform the swap again?
The swap would be great. I'm gonna spend a little extra time getting ready this morning.
All right.
I have to do my hair to go meet with the most useful woman in all of Eltz.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go get Thorn now. Do you need anything else, miss?
That'll be all.
Off I go then. Yeah. Setting off, though it's early, maybe you've... are you a light sleeper, Thorn?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
You and your uncle both sleep through quite a bit of the boom, 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 boom. The pounding on this first, on the door here. Dunk, 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 dunk. Thorn, I've made bacon.
Bacon?
Aye.
Greasy meat?
Uh-huh. I got the grits.
I'm gonna nudge my uncle, give him a little elbow.
20 more minutes.
Alright, whatever. Get up and get out the door.
All right. Getting on up, you head back out into the common area here. You see Gwynwyn sitting at the table, a big frothy mug. A frothy tankard of coffee.
Yes.
Perhaps the smell permeating through this room is a bit odd as there's this mixture of bacon fat. There's you can smell this the fantastic food that has been prepared here by Yosef, who man's proficient. But
Shifty.
there's also boiled pumpkin seeds.
It's pretty close.
It's
I
like
think I got
pumpkin tea
pretty close there.
if you made it with seeds instead of something else.
Is there supposed to be the things floating in it?
Yeah.
Is
think
meaning
so.
you said you're spending
Okay.
some extra time?
Yeah, I'm getting completely dolled up and ready to go shop with the most interesting woman in all of Elds.
Okay, getting yourself prettied up. You'll love to see it here. Lilia, I'm gonna come back
You'll
to
find
you before we talk to the rest of the party.
Fair. Question. Am I closer to the Defiant Smiles or to the Daring Duelist?
You are.
Or am I in the middle of truly nowhere?
So you're relatively close. So I rolled a d10 to determine percentage-wise how close you were to doing your circuit. You're relatively close to both Pyrewood Row and the Barrow. So you can get to the warehouse if you'd like.
Are you still jogging with the bolt in your shoulder?
I will admit, this is happening somewhat asynchronously.
Yeah.
It's
Frozen.
it's roughly 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I want to know what you're doing. You've been struck by a bolt. You only see one person here.
I can't say anything.
I can't cast spells. I don't have any armor or equipment on me. Which means this magus has got to run. So I'm gonna head back. I can't even make myself go fast. So
I assume you have your
do I have my spell book?
component pouch or your spell. You don't need your spell book. Your component pouch is on you. That's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. I cast Expeditious Retreat.
Excellent.
Wait,
You
keep up.
begin sprinting away. You see.
Oh no! I cast Fog Cloud.
I don't roll dice because I can no longer see you.
And then I run.
You once again explode an area, and as you do see, or you hear 2 or 3 others begin firing down at you, unsuccessful at taking you out during your morning run. As you're proceeding towards back towards the warehouse, you see something sort of odd. But first, I have to ask the rest of the party. Actually, I only have to ask Thorn and Gwynwyn, what is your passive perception?
12.
14.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not there.
Okay. Well, let's go to the map. Can I please have Gwynwyn, Thorn, and our dear Ralnor miniatures?
Oh, I died.
No Yosef miniature?
Oh, I have Yosef. We're fine.
I just am doing my hair and it's taking me this long.
I'm just being murdered.
You're gonna
Like my
with
morning
the most
5K.
fabulous woman in Eltz, so
You
you
just
know
hear
it's
muffled
fine.
screams.
I'm so excited for that.
Just laughing that you did an octopus escape.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Ink cloud.
It works for octopodes. It works for me.
Did you say octopode?
Yeah.
I did not.
Octopus, I feel
You know,
sorry
I should have
about it.
expected this because I did something in the morning, knowing Ililie takes her runs.
I just hope the fog cloud sounds like.
If there's anything that's consistent about me, it's that.
We're gonna start, but I'm asking for all of the players to roll for initiative
I wish I had equipment.
Nice.
because we're starting off today's session with a surprise round. Gwynwyn,
Math 20.
math 20. That's excellent. Thorn
Natural 20 for 21.
Noise.
is Meanie.
I got a 16 and Ralnor got a
Just add Dex.
13 and a natural 1 for Ralnor.
All right. Oh, haven't had him on here before.
And then finally, Ililie.
That's me.
12.
Your dexterity modifier is higher than theirs, so we're good. We'll talk about what's going on there, but this is a surprise round. Because, my dear friends, start the round. Thorn and Gwynwyn, you beat. This is insane. It's so important that you beat this. Dropping down from the gantry above is a single, slender figure. Go ahead and place him right here in the center. As these feet nearly silently hit the ground,
Is this our warehouse?
this is our warehouse. We are in the front room enjoying morning frothy coffee.
Frothy.
Frothy
Gwynwyn enjoys her.
I have a bit of news for you guys. Because you beat the assassin on his initiative, you lose the surprise condition, and my attacks are not automatically critical hits.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thorn and Gwynwyn, you are surprised during this first round. The surprise condition falls off, which means you now can take reactions, but you cannot act during that first. You can only take your reaction for this point.
His
It is-
passive perception.
It is this strange assassin. Looking down, Gwyn, you have the best insight as he drops down near one of the storage rooms on the second level here. And as this person begins just like walking towards you, a strange tilt to his head. You see this bald humanoid figure. Skin is like, can I say olivey gray? Like it's
Gray.
it's almost lifeless. It's not rotted. It's smooth, fair, elven features with a dullness to them that is unfamiliar to most. Looking closer, you see that this person wears padded leather armor, this blackened leather, a small red skirt around their hips. There is an amulet around their neck, and then finally, around both of their arms are wrapped tightly chains with what looks to be thorns, and you see scabbed over wounds as they appear to be physically attached to this creature. A small collection of knives on one hip. It turns to you and is going to begin making its attacks.
From there?
We're going to go 10 feet and make its first attack with a spiked chain. That is going to be... Oh, that's... We'll start this off right. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
As this creature whips this spiked chain at you, as it strikes, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Gwynwen.
17?
17 is a pass. Oh, I didn't pull out enough D6s, guys.
I don't like that.
No.
Give
I'm good now.
4 D6s.
I'll give him my bad one.
You roll twice.
You're gonna attack us. You're
No,
gonna
you don't
suffer.
You don't give as much
Gwynwen,
attack if you don't have
you
enough
take
dice.
22 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
This creature striking against you, you feel that whip, this whip-like chain wraps around your leg, and as he pulls, you're able to hold on the table. It retracts back with his other arm swinging another time against you. It's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
I don't get sneak attack on this one, but I need another dex save from you.
I'm just gonna flash a genius that for
probably
a
best.
19.
A 19 is another success. This time, as the chain swirls past you, it strikes. You take 8 points of slashing damage, and as it hits the table, you watch as some of the color in the table siphons away, and the wood looks like it's become almost. I want to say calcified. Really, it's like there's a gray white sort of effect to it. I'm gonna move before I continue.
No. Get closer to Ralnor.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw. He's also going to take the chain with his third and final attack. Yes. He's going to, you watch as taking the spiked chain, spins it around his torso, grabbing a knife and flings it at our dear Laurentius Thorn. Laurentius, that is a natural 20. That's 10 points of piercing damage.
I have one bicycle. 10?
That is going to end the surprise round, everyone.
You said 10, right?
I said 10, yes.
Did I hear anybody yell?
You hear me
Well,
go,
it is
"Whoa,
now
ugly."
Thorn's turn. Thorn, you have a dagger inside you right now. He put a dagger in your torso. Very rude.
I don't like that. I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
You mark him with this power. This creature, the rate with which he moves, and the way that he attacked Gwynwen now, you've seen strong enemies. This is a particularly talented martial.
I'm gonna Hex him, and I'm going to Hex his Dex saves, scores, whatever.
Okay, that's actually very good. That's
And-
very good here.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, taking your shots, firing against him.
It's a 25 hit.
25 does in fact hit, guys.
So I'll only hit him with one. It's alright though. 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Thorn, before we continue, I want to say a couple of things. Let's go out to Olivier. Just I didn't want it to be influenced too much here. Elle, you are sprinting back, and outside of the gate here, back at the warehouse, you see 5 Eltzian soldiers. They've not entered the gate, and there is a man amongst them. They don't appear to have seen you. There is a one-armed knight standing just outside. You have seen this man and the hand he once bore. Kieran Shadal now stands outside. Additionally, and this is very exciting, two strange amorphous in the shadows of your wall is what looks to be this strange amorphous shape. Seems to be some sort of obscured, probably like you would say about 10 foot by 10 foot blob of black ichor.
Okay.
Are they within 30 feet of our gate?
We had alarms out.
We had alarms out.
You said it was 20 by 20 by 20, correct?
Yeah.
Your thing goes outside of that?
Yeah, because I put them outside of the gate.
So this is me doing flip. You didn't put it. Wait, you didn't put it on the gate.
I put it out so if somebody crossed our threshold, we would know.
But people walk in front of our houses.
Oh, that's
But,
fair.
yeah, there's a street in front
Never
of
mind,
there.
never mind. So
I was like, I thought you did it on
I
the
thought
gate.
we were further back into the. Okay, never mind. Then
They're
right.
outside of your gate. They've not made it into
Haven't
your
made it
place
in?
yet.
Okay.
Right.
They're
Now I
looking at the
understand.
alarm.
I thought that we were like cul-de-saced.
Yeah, I thought the road was a little bit farther away from our gate. Not.
But if we're right up against
No,
the road,
you have a whole courtyard, a wall, and then
And the
there's the
wall's on
road
the
of the
road.
barrow.
Okay.
Okay.
You were misunderstanding and thinking we were cul-de-saced.
No.
Yeah.
You are in the industrial sector. There's not
Never
really
mind.
that.
No cul-de-saced.
The structures
We
here are
went
less
into
busy,
the-
but people still pass by. You're near a road that is used somewhat.
Okay, never mind.
They don't appear to have noticed you here, but we aren't quite at your actual turn. You were surprised mechanically during that
Yes.
previous round. Gwynwyn, you watch as this assassin's beginning to bring his fingers to his lips.
We had a long rest, right?
You had a full long rest.
Okay, so I have 2 new potions. Is the thing.
Yo, checking those potions, huh? I love to see it.
Did you have to roll for your potions?
Huh?
Did you have to
Yeah.
roll?
I have 6 different options that I can get.
Oh, you're gonna miss the explanation of this one. This is exciting. No, you're good. Go, Clella. You'll see when you get back. You haven't seen this person.
All right. First I'm gonna scream, "What the fuck?" very loudly, because I just took a lot of damage.
The party hears Gwynwyn yell.
I'm awake now. I've just been doing my hair for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah. And I don't like this,
come
but
out
you know,
early.
he's kind of close to my. Is he close to like my alchemy bench area?
No, you're in that is in the far back of your
Okay, just
structure.
making sure I'm not
You're
about to
nowhere near your
explode
lab.
anything
In
if I
this
toss
front
it.
room contains primarily collections of items for the renovations. There's cases of stones, of small pieces of stone to repair the stonework outside. There's tools. There's nails. It's a lot of plaster. Silas ordered way too much plaster.
Desperately waiting for you to say a sword lying in there.
All right, I'm gonna just throw a firebolt at him.
Okay.
24 to hit.
A 24 does, in fact, hit this creature. As you strike this strange elf-like being, a familiar but
14.
weird scent hits your nose. Oddly sweet. 14 points of damage.
And I'm gonna drink one of my health potions I had just created.
As a bonus action, you quickly,
Diabetes.
dropping your pumpkin spice, you take a swig of this healing potion.
It's just
Win-win.
Pumpkin
I'm going to
spice.
use an ability that the party hasn't seen yet, but we did talk about it once on
He's-
Flipbounce. I'm going to take a Paragon action.
What?
Yes, I'm going to take a turn before my turn. At the end of your turn, I will use one of my Paragon actions. I will act. Seeing what's going on, you watch as the assassin, with a whistle, you begin hearing shouting. Elle, you'd see this as the knight, Kieran, begins to gesture towards the men to begin. They don't act yet; it's not their turn quite yet. But it seems that their plan is to attack. There was a signal of some sort. I would even say flavorfully is meaning you can start hearing bells as this all is happening roughly at the same time.
I don't have a sword for armor.
This is why
I'm
you
going to go ahead and make my 3 attacks at Laurentius Thorn.
This is why running's stupid.
Oh,
Never
you know
done it
what?
again.
I'll split up my attacks and hit everyone.
You can hit Ralnor?
No,
No,
I can hit
Yosef.
Yosef.
Did Yosef? Oh, Yosef.
Evil.
I forgot a surprise round. He didn't get his
Correct. Yosef, in case you're curious, is going to go ahead and act. at his initiative, which I forgot to roll. Oh, not bad, my boy!
Hell yeah.
Joseph,
him up.
get out of here.
Joseph has a crossbow.
No, kill.
Run.
That? No,
Joseph,
that
kill.
run.
Kill.
Taking a
That
step
run.
forward,
I'm in round
I'm going to go ahead and make one attack at you. I no longer have free advantage, which is very sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad to not have free advantage.
You can't talk this. I roll 3 dice.
Be an
Okay.
elf.
I'm gonna make 2 attacks at Thorn. See what happens. Give me a natty 1, and give me a dex save as one of these attacks definitely hits you.
Dex save.
Here.
Math 20.
That is a success. Go ahead and take 6 points of damage, and he's gonna make his last attack at you as well. Ooh, I'm not sure if that'll hit. A 16?
I'll shield.
You'll shield it. Okay, that second hit doesn't strike you, but you see as he does, once again, you see this strange magical darkness appear around his weapon as he hits your shield. Seeing what's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action dash. Head back here. Oh, actually, let's get out of line of sight.
Fair enough.
Taking a few steps back towards the door. That is gonna be his turn.
Oh, okay. More than a 21, I guess.
No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thorn.
I rolled a
No,
21.
Thorn, you went first.
You went, I went, then he just
Then,
went.
so I
You
use
all
a
just
Paragon
blasted him.
action, which is a turn.
That's right.
I will let you guys know a little bit. The Paragon system, made by the Angry GM, is one of my favorites here. They have they have multiple pools of hit points. Based upon those is how many of these they can do, -1. He can choose. You don't know how many pools he has, but essentially, it's to represent a stronger creature.
Don't forget Ralnor.
Oh, we're not to Ralnor yet. At initiative 19, he'll act. I'm going to take the aim bonus action and throw a dagger at my dear Gwynny. Oh, you know what?
I did hit him.
Evens, Gwynwyn. Odds, Yosef.
I did hit him. Yosef hasn't done any damage.
Evens, Gwynwyn it is. Gwynwyn, making 1 attack at you.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's roll all the dice together, because I think I'll hit. I'll probably hit. Make a dex save. Oh, maybe. 17.
That hits.
17, okay.
Does a 16 pass?
16 does pass. I like how you asked that. You're gonna take 19 points of piercing damage as this dagger strikes against you. And I apologize, I shouldn't have had you make the dex save because I did use a dagger and not the chains. The chains are the source of that. I made a mistake there, my bad. He's going to throw 2 more daggers, but he can't get sneak attack on these, and they don't have advantage. 1 more hit.
Okay.
6 points of piercing damage. Throwing these daggers, it does look like he's running low on these, like he has a finite amount of them. But that is his turn. Ismini, you've heard what's going on. There are people yelling.
How close is this to my room?
You could dash to get to the edge of the board, or if you'd like to give me a Misty Step, you could get here faster.
I'm gonna give you a Misty Step to get. Can I see him if I Misty Step?
If you Misty Step, I'll let you get to the edge of the board,
Okay.
and then have your movement.
Okay, great. I'll give you a Misty Step for that.
Okay. Hearing what's going on, like your friends are in pain. You hear Yosef, oh no!
One's quite bloody right now.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And then get me 30 feet. No, yeah.
That's 25. Do you want to go in a diagonal in any direction?
Oh, I was hoping to.
Just tell me where.
Yeah, you gotta tell us where you want to go.
Guess I can only get you here. I can't.
You can dash if you'd like. Get anywhere in the room you'd like.
That was my action and my bonus action to get to being able to see him. Sure, let's go. Get me to that shelf.
You also, if you have any buff spells, you can see one of your allies.
Buff spells.
Fair enough.
What kind of wizard does buff spells?
I can counterspell.
That's a buff spell.
I can banish you.
The bells are going off. Someone just came through the front gate.
Can you
Is
banish?
that the front door?
That is the door that leads to the courtyard that leads to your gate.
Great.
You left.
No, I'm thinking about
My hair is still in curlers.
Huh?
My hair is still in curlers.
In curlers on top of your head. Ismini, are you
Thought it was natural.
dashing? Are you casting a spell? Are you doing anything? You can also get cover and
I
still see
cast
the room.
Melf's minute meteors.
These meteors begin slowly orbiting around you, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. I want to go again.
Bird.
I'm going to use my last Paragon Paragon action.
Can I say something?
Yes?
I would like to be a material paragon.
Ooh, shame.
Shame.
Wrong campaign.
Move, and I'm going to split up my attacks
Takes 10
again.
minutes.
Oh, you didn't have swap.
I'm going to make my attack roll against Yosef.
Boo.
Takes a minute to
You
cast.
guys can bicycle me if you want.
1.
That is a miss.
Verbal bicycle.
One more?
Boo.
That is a hit.
Aw.
Aww.
I was hoping it would work again.
Yosef getting struck, you see, kind of injured by what just happened there, but still standing.
It's not
Yeah.
by the chains, right?
Come on,
It's just
Yosef.
by a knife.
Got a
He's
que-
just throwing a knife.
Fuck him up.
I've got a question for chat. Can y'all hear the fan?
I couldn't see it earlier on the
Okay,
mixer.
great. We have a fan running. I just
We can
wanted to
turn
know
it
if
off.
chat can hear it.
If anyone says anything in chat, we can
I
absolutely.
can barely.
You want to just turn it off?
myself.
No. I think everybody else is comfortable.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Okay, awesome thing.
All right. Then in that case, he's that last swing, the last swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
That is a miss. A 15 misses you.
Yes.
Okay. We're then gonna go to Kieran's turn. I want to make a quick. Actually, I want to make a perception check. He has no reason to be on the lookout for you. He's not noticing you. Ralnor is on initiative 13. We're at initiative 14. I will not miss you.
But I want him to
There
go.
was a surprise round.
Desperately want to go.
I know. There was a surprise round. People decided to stay in their rooms or out of the house.
We should have planned for
I do the
assassins.
same thing every
Planning-
day.
You're great.
I was the ball. Why did you leave that?
That is
This is
Kieran's
my
turn.
reason, right?
You watch as Kieran hefting the sword. You watch. It looks like he's chewing on something, and as he does, he brings his blade down on your front gate, shattering what looks to be a portion of this lock. Uses a second attack, just kicks open the front gate and begins walking up towards the structure. We'll go ahead, just for markers' sake, he is in the courtyard. Not exact spaces here in the courtyard. That's not quite visible here.
I need
Let's-
sword.
Move this a little back. He's on his way. I'm just putting him here. He's in the courtyard because I can't fit it all on the camera at once.
After attacking them.
Without
Yeah.
your weapon.
That is Yosef's turn. It is Yosef's turn. He could draw his crossbow.
Fuck him up, Yosef.
Get out of here.
That's two different.
Mixed commands. Draws a crossbow and is going to shoot this man.
And then get the hell out.
hit.
Yosef, our boy.
Did he roll max damage?
That's 8 points of damage with a light crossbow.
So proud of him. Now get.
He is now going to move.
Shaking.
a-
Stop shaking.
Sorry.
He's going to fully move out of line of sight.
Great.
Begin reloading his crossbow.
Good, Yosef.
All right. Thank you, ECAT, for letting us know. We're going to then continue on. It is Ralnor's turn. Ralnor, seeing he looks up, he sees Yosef here, freaked out, hurt.
He is within 35 feet. Could you please move him?
Ralnor sprinting around, furious at this strange person who's come inside. Also, on your turns, do remember you can make checks to figure out what the hell this person's deal is.
I haven't been able to see him yet.
Fair.
And Ralnor's not smart enough.
No, Ralnor is a big dummy.
Ralnor will make a hit.
Ah!
Ralnor will make a chomp attack. That will not hit. Ralnor will now make a horn attack.
He leaps up into the air, biting and then trying to headbutt this assassin out of the box. You re-roll
Perfect
those.
rebound.
Also misses.
Okay, but coming in here trying to attack him, not quite making it there. We're gonna continue to Elilie.
3.
You see, look at these soldiers are about to, probably like on the next initiative, march up towards the front gate. The two blobs are still near them, however. Were you making a decision?
Oh no.
I'm going to do. Perhaps I'm having an off day. Perhaps. How far are they? The entire collective from me?
About 25 feet, 20 feet?
Great, and I can cast spells. I'm gonna cast Binding Ice, which is a 30-foot cone. I would like to con saves. I will admit, not a high spell DC.
It looks like maybe one of the regular little Eltzian false soldiers failed. Or succeeded, sorry. One succeeded, 5 failed. Now, is it just half damage on a success?
Yeah, but on a fail, there's some additional.
The strange blobs begin to shift as you harm them. They both fail their save. You aren't able to hit the knight with this one.
Okay.
But almost everything failed their saves. What happened?
16 if they fail or if they pass. Okay, on a half damage for successful.
Okay.
Any
Any secondary effects?
16 damage. Hindered by ice formations for 1 minute or until another creature within its reach uses an action to break away from the ice.
Amazing.
So they cannot move.
Okay. These two blobs begin shifting and morphing into something that looks a little bit like this. As these two grotesque, I would say almost frog-like creatures covered in strange dark warts begin forming up as you emerge. The enemies here are holding spears, shields, battle axes, but these two creatures turn their head to look at you and then turn back towards the gate, trying their best to break out of this. I'm gonna go ahead and once again put a little reminder. Those are coming.
There's no way I can run through them without taking attacks.
Because you had to move up to get to like close to them.
Am I effectively out of movement for this turn?
Unless you want to make me the sickest acrobatics check. And failing this check, you could fall prone in the middle of a bunch of enemies.
Just in case.
Just in case. Pulling out that emergency bike.
Using the air and draw die for this one.
I just dropped my bicycle.
Here you go.
All right.
17.
17 is...
Woo! The first one was a 4.
Here's what we're doing. Because 17 is not great for what you're trying to do an incredible feat of acrobatics.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible either.
Can I offer you a resource in this trying time? 2 arcane points.
2 arcane points. That's a lot of arcane points. Okay. Trying to make your way
with the devil.
Trying to make some deals. As you're kind of up here, trying to leap over these people, trying to make it to your friends before they do, having frozen the lot of them, you realizing you've undershot it a little bit. You're maybe tired from your run. You, in a moment of panic, release this extra bit of energy, giving you the slightest bit of boost, but also exhausting you quite a bit for today's adventure. Go ahead and put yourself over here in what we're referencing as the courtyard. We don't have space to represent both the battle map and this, so we're kind of keeping things in mind of who's in there. That is the false soldier's turn, and only a mere one of them is able to join you here in the courtyard. El, you notice he doesn't seem to stop at you. He is going to dash and make it to the outer door over here with our knightly friend. The door itself is locked.
Okay.
You see the front edifice of this warehouse. 2 tall stone pillars, probably about I'd say like 2 feet in width, in diameter, 1.5 feet in diameter. And this guy marches up, looking around. The knight Kieran nods and turns around and sees you. He's gonna talk to you possibly on his turn. It is now these weird creatures' turn. I have to use a whole ass action to free myself. They begin shoveling off this ice, furiously shredding it with what looks to be these blackened claws. The only reflective part of their surface appears to be their claws.
It or another creature within its reach is using an action to break
He'll spend
away
his
the ice.
whole turn. You skip their whole turn. Fantastic. We're at the top of the round. Thorn, bad things are happening. Meanie is here.
Can I move in front of those crates right there?
Moving head.
Want to get in line.
You do see that Rowlnor is nearby, biting at his legs.
All right, I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points.
That's a lot of sorcery points.
I'm going to quicken a spell.
Okay.
Scorching Ray at 3rd level.
Okay. Before you make the attack roll, give me a quick perception. Can I have a perception? A perceptione? Percepts? I like that one.
6.
Dude, this guy's got like some sort of weird skin condition on his revealed arms and legs. You're not sure what the deal is.
Eczema.
There's like big boils lower in his face, pristine, but in the battle he looks a little bit odd.
definitely eczema.
Make those attack rolls for me, buddy.
Okay, so
You don't have advantage. You get extra damage dice.
4 rays.
3 plus level. So 2 would be 4, 3 would be 5. If you cast it at 3rd level, it's 5 rays. What level do you cast
You
it
get 2 extra rays per. I thought it was just 1 ray.
1 ray per level. So,
So
3
yeah.
rays base.
So 4.
You cast
It's
it at
3rd
level 2?
level.
No.
What
Yes,
level
third
spell
level.
slot are you using?
Oh, it's the 2nd
3rd
level.
level.
My apologies.
Yeah, 3rd level spell.
My apologies.
Yep.
I
So
thought
4
it was
rays.
levels.
I did think it was the 1st level spell.
I always forget.
AC is
Pathfinder.
17.
Okay, well we got. That's only
Reverse.
16. Right? Yeah. 15. Whatever. 2 hits.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. Should I just roll those as well?
Please do.
Okay. 1 hit.
All right, slinging all of this magic, you watch as he seems to be like cartwheeling past some of them. At one point, actually leaping up and temporarily touching against the wall before dropping, just keeping his own momentum here, trying to stay up. Roll that damage.
Plus whatever.
40.
40 points of damage.
Sorry.
Yeah.
45.
45 points, a massive amount. As you strike, you hit one of his arms, and for a brief moment, you see like it looks like a green mist emerges from him here, but kind of rolling with that bad perception earlier. It's the strangest. It almost like maybe it's green blood. His arm bursts with this weird green spray. You watch as Rowlor kind of dives out of the way, keeps on fighting, but his arm in that one section looks a little bit different now. It looks much smoother than it did before.
Gross. That's my turn.
It is Gwynwyn's turn.
Can I try to figure out what that green stuff was? that
Sure.
came off of him?
This would be for this particular. You can make one of two checks, and there's very different answers. History, or actually 3. Medicine, or alchemist tools.
I'll use my alchemist tools.
It isn't. This is going to be an intelligence check.
Intelligence plus tools proficiency?
And your expertise in those, I believe.
Tools expertise, yes. 20.
20. 20 is not enough to know the specifics of the specific concoction used. This person has
Wait.
25.
25.
I can tell you more. This person,
Rolled a 9.
likely with some sort of magical created augmentation, has injected acid under their skin, which, hypothetically, if harmed, could spray outwards at those who were foolish enough to strike him.
So probably resistant to acid. That changes what I was actually about to do.
That,
I'm not there,
with
but I
25, I'll tell you this.
I can hear your.
That for sure. That acid doesn't do anything to this
He had
body.
acid pimples?
He had acid pimples on his arms and lower legs, but his face is beautiful and elven, but strangely gray. That's not what eczema is, Alex.
We are sorry to anyone
like
who has eczema.
To
Okay.
anybody who's currently
I'm
suffering.
gonna burn him then and try to make sure that we evaporate the
All right,
acid.
shoot your firebolt.
That's 16.
That's gonna be a miss, unfortunately. You watch bringing up the bound part of the chain blocks against this. Not quite enough to get through his defenses. Any movement?
No, I'm gonna stick where I am.
In that case, it is the assassin's turn, and I get my Paragon actions back. The assassin, looking around. Oh, excellent. You are all here. There is... Oh, wait a moment.
Shut up and
Turning-
fight.
Huh?
That's what I said.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just gonna start calling him Corin.
I am Corin the Wise. No. Where is my songbird? No.
Every elf we meet, I know he's a human, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know so many elves.
That was rude of you. All right.
Yeah.
Looking at this... Disgusting. Making a single swing with the chain at Rowlor.
Is it magical?
It is magical.
Okay.
16?
That'll hit.
Is there a wallet on the end of the chain? He's just one of those guys.
Make me a
Pocket
deck
watch.
save, Rowlor. Ooh, okay. 7 points of slashing and a deck save.
2. So, 9 total.
Perfect. Ralnor is grappled and restrained.
So
You
sev-
watch as
how
this
much
one,
damage?
huh?
How much damage?
7 points of slashing damage, and you watch as Ralnor is now bound up with one of these chains, and you watch as he begins dragging Ralnor across the room.
Oh hell no.
Oh hell yes.
Is he gonna swing Ralnor at me?
No, his other arm has 2 chains.
Okay.
I'm gonna make 2 more attacks.
2 chains.
I knew it was gonna come up.
I'm a simple woman.
Your turn has come up. So it's an 18 and a hella high.
I'll shield.
Okay, so only one of these is going to hit. Make me a dex save. You bring up your shield, not quite in time to stop the first attack, but certainly in time to stop the second. Ooh,
Yeah.
So 5?
Yeah.
So 6, 13.
a 13 is a fail, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
You're going to take.
Right.
You are going to take. I have to roll the rest of this. My apologies. So it's 8 points of slashing as the chain strikes against you. You feel siphoned from you. 18 points of necrotic damage. It's nearly max damage.
So 26 total?
Yes. And I want to be careful, so I'm actually going to use my bonus action to dash. And pull Ralnor right here.
No, you didn't get next to Thorn.
I did get next to Thorn.
And
my-
next round more.
But my meteors.
Oh,
Okay.
just hit Ralnor with him.
Ralnor's fine.
All right, in that
Fire.
case, let's keep going. Ismini, this assassin is doing incredible work.
Put me nigh by the barrels.
Move to the barrels. Ismini, you see Ralnor
He's
is
injured.
currently bound. I will tell you this: Ralnor is also not just grappled, but well grappled this way, is restrained.
He can't hit.
He's injured.
So restrained condition, 0 speed. His attack rolls have disadvantage. Attacks against him have advantage, and he has disadvantage on dex saves.
You hit me twice, right?
I only hit you once.
Oh, once. Okay.
The other you shielded.
Yeah, I'm good.
You would have to roll a total of a 13 or a 14.
A total of a 13?
So, sorry, because it was all that. It was 8
Oh, then I'm
plus 18 is 26. So you needed to roll a 14.
A 14? Oh, okay, then Hex is gone. Because I rolled
Okay.
a 13 exactly.
Think I did that math properly. It was 8 and 18.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The damage you took last turn.
Yeah, you
So
took
that was from
26.
one attack.
Yeah.
Is 26. Half of 26.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
13 then.
13. I was wrong before.
So then I'm good.
Hex is fine. Is meaning.
2
Now.
meteors. That'll be a 21 and then a 13.
Only one of those is gonna hit.
Ralnor doesn't take any of the damage because it's fire damage. And, oh my gosh. It's a save. I'm sorry, make 2 dex saves.
Oh, we had this problem last
I
time.
keep doing this with this spell.
Disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage on Ralnor doesn't bother to make them. Is it a 10-foot cube around
It's 5-foot radius.
5-foot radius? So we'll both make dex
He
saves.
should also have disadvantage because of my Hex.
This is a save, not a skill check. Hex is not for saves.
Oh, it's only for skill.
It's only for skill
I'll
checks.
miss.
For saves. Sorry.
So I have
I
disadvantage
also,
as well.
Yeah, because you're restrained.
You're not restrained.
Oh, I'm not.
No, but you're making 2 saves. I didn't restrain you. I'll tell you. I'll explain mechanically. The spiked chain. I have 3 different effects I can choose to apply when I hit someone. I did more damage for that one.
Got it.
Is it a dex save?
yeah.
Both above a 20.
Okay, so you'll take half damage.
I will take that half.
Total, so half to, yeah, 8.
Striking against him once more, you can see
Do you need them separately?
We all dying.
pockmarks appearing in
Did you
his
feel
armor.
both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'm sending 3 scorching rays at him.
17 is the AC.
Okay. That's a 16. That's a 17. So 2 hits there.
Great.
2d6 each.
So 4d6 damage. All of this has gone through. It does not appear that he's had any resistances to anything you've used so far.
Yeah, 16.
16 more damage.
Yeah.
He has to be bloodied.
I'll let you know when you finish one of his pools of hit points.
I'm not even in the room.
30. My apologies. I can.
How hurt is the
What if we die?
Thorn's like, coughing up blood.
A dagger in you.
Okay.
I won't throw more meteors.
You don't take it out.
Perfect.
You just bleed.
That is, is Mini's turn.
Yeah.
It is now Kieran's turn. Kieran is going to dodge, turning around. You know, I've thought a lot about what it would be like to see you once more. He looks down at this now. There's like a metallic cap, almost like a big old thimble on his old sword arm. What I wanted to do when I finally found you, and to think not one but 3 different parties are paying for your head today. You're a wanted woman.
I know that you're obsessed with me. It's okay.
You'll make your jokes. I'll take your head.
I thought you had some honor, but I guess not.
That is Yosef's turn.
He dodged and talk smack.
That is Yosef's turn. Yosef is going to pop around and... Unable to really... I can't really make this shot. I'm going to try. I have to basically roll a natty 20.
On the shelves.
No. So takes a shot, is going to pop back. Yosef was told very clearly, stay out of fights. But he's following both of your directives. Get out of here, shoot him.
Fuck him up.
Yeah. It's Rowlor's turn once more. Rowlor, your speed is 0.
Has disadvantage on attacks.
That is correct.
My buddy.
Or can it, as an action, attempt to escape the grapple. My buddy.
Nope.
Okay.
No, 14.
Okay. Rowlor trying as he might. Unfortunately, he's so tied up by this chain, he's really struggling. However, with this chain bound up, I have less attack than I did before.
Yeah, Ronald is doing his job.
And you know what? Ililie. The initiative order is a bit odd. Like I said, I'm excited. I didn't plan for your morning run. Elle, you watch as these giant green creatures, no one's identified them, only you know about them so far, are heading into the courtyard. They act after you, however. What would you like to do? The alarm bells are ringing. You know the number of people? I will let you know. It's one guard, and that's you would know this. There's 2 weird monsters. There's the knight, and there is 1 false soldier.
Okay. The door is locked
The door is locked.
and closed.
Yep.
I'm about to cast knock. Guards.
Yeah.
It's like 500 feet out. Loud gunshot.
Shatter's loud, dude.
I'm about to cast.
There's no way I can see inside the building from where I'm standing.
No, but you know you could, if you wanted to run around and try to get through one of the windows, you
I
could
want
do
to
that.
Misty Step, is what I'm trying to do.
Oh, you could run over to Thorn's, where Thorn's window is, and Misty Step in there.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to get somewhere where I can grab a weapon.
You have a 35 movement speed?
Yeah.
You can do that without dashing.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably a butter knife in Thorn's room.
Ooh, better. Oh, quinoa.
Teleporting in, I'll let you know, this is Thorn's room right here. Boom. There is a sleeping human man who's...
Do I have any movement left, by the way?
You can basically get to the door and peek out if you want, but you can't get out this turn.
Damn, how drunk was Rickard? He's sleeping through all of
It's been 18 seconds of fighting.
Rickard,
All
we're
right.
all about to die,
Shit.
but I have a request for you.
He kind of stands up.
I would really need a sword, my sword. It looks like a broken handle. It's in my room.
The greasy fella told me not to go in your room.
Just go in my room. I don't care.
All right.
Yos is a nice person. If you see armor, but do not put yourself in danger, and then you're
You
going
know
to
it takes you over a minute to put on your armor.
Yes, I won't. And then afterwards, go out the window and run as far away as you can. To the Defiant Smiles. You know where they are, right? The burrows?
I think so.
Or
No,
go
they're
to
actually in Westgate.
Westgate.
It's over a mile away.
Go to Pyrewood.
You brought him here for safety.
I know, but we're gonna die here.
You're about to die.
Or hide. I don't
all right,
care.
sword.
Sword.
And he's
Broken
gonna
handle or any sword, really. Shinier the better.
go ahead
More
and
broken.
start heading this way out of Thorn's room. Is meaning you see Rickard? I'm looking for a sword.
Comes back with a spatula.
I'll like scoot up to the door and like
Yep.
peek my head out, and I'm like,
I'll let you. You can place yourself in the first square if you want to. I'll allow it.
I will quickly say, big green Kieran,
What?
big green blobs.
You want me to go out there and fireball?
Hey, would you like to make an Arcana check?
Yes, I would. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
10.
They're frogs.
Those are
Ribbit.
those are definitely some sort of aberration or monstrosity.
It's average.
There's a big.
or-
Actually, I'll let you know. There are giant green monstrosities,
They seem so up your alley, honestly.
and you'll get to think about them on your turn, as Meanie. Just remember,
Not a lot of descriptors.
it would be the false soldier's turn. I'm gonna roll again.
Palm Thumb is out there too.
Some of the soldiers outside begin taking their turns to break the ice, having last turn trying to figure out what happened. But only one of them is going to be up there with near the knight. We're gonna keep going. It is a strange creature's turn. Connor, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor because I don't want to be the one to roll this. I'm gonna ask you to roll me a check. Just roll me a d20, and I might spend my bicycle to give you disadvantage. Let's see.
It's a 7.
I don't need to roll.
Our poor door.
Are we gonna move?
Couple
I was
things.
gonna be so mad.
You hear this sickening crack as the two stone pillars are ripped out from the front. Gwynwyn, you see these massive green creatures approaching the structure.
No, those
You
are
watch as
load bearing.
they have this massive tongue, this pinkish black tongue that is ripped through the statue, and begin marching into the structure.
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
That was their action as they emerge into the room. Thorn, and I'll go ahead and say you can see Thorn that this thing just came in. Big monster, you can hear them.
Whoa, big ugly. Yeah.
Big, ugly indeed. That is going to be Thorn's turn. Thorn, what do you got for me? You're hurt, aren't you?
Yeah. All bonus action, drink a potion.
Oh,
And then cast Psychic Lance
oh shit.
on boy in front of me. Make an intelligence save.
I feel +5 to this. I have a.
That's pretty good.
They have Assassins have proficiency in that. 13.
That's a fail.
I was so ready for this.
I was about to go, where's Jake's?
You guys have more bicycles than me.
Greater's a 44, right?
Big game up against him.
Huh?
Greater potion's 44.
Yeah, it's 4d4 plus. Roll your healing afterwards.
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
But Psychic Lance me. So what happens? You're using this special power you got from one of the gems. Is this the gem you got from Zarathal?
Yeah.
This is this incredible. This is this magical power is almost too much. You rack your brain at this horrible high-pitched ringing sound ever so briefly appearing here before you find calmness.
So target makes an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the next turn.
I'm very excited about what's going to happen.
I said 50.
21
Your dad's
points of
like,
psychic damage.
21 points of damage, and he is incapacitated. This is a fun thing. It's till next turn.
Till next turn.
This is great. I get to explain a new piece of information, and mechanically, this won't negatively impact you. Now, normally, when you deplete one of these Paragon pools...
Start of my turn.
Huh?
Start of my next turn.
Well, now I feel very guilty. Unfortunately. When you deplete one of these Paragon pools, a couple things are going to happen.
Okay.
First... Now, it's automatic on your turn. It's not a saving throw again.
Yes.
Then we're fine.
Yeah.
Let's explain what happens here, because maybe you'll fight more of these in the future. This first pool depleted, a couple things are going to happen. Excess damage past the pool, gonzo. However, normally he would automatically succeed on any save versus an effect currently applied to him, which there are none. He does not gain that extra benefit here, but he is incapacitated, which has no save here, and is here staggered. as that first pool is depleted. We're gonna keep on going because Thorn, that was a huge turn.
Is he a Final Fantasy boss?
Hurtful.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want to get
We don't have the rights.
So he's not incapacitated?
No, he is. Because it doesn't. If you would cast Hold Person, which is a save at the end of your turn, they automatically make the save then and there.
Gotcha.
But because this was an effect that just says until the next turn, there's no save afterwards, he's fine. He's incapacitated.
After drinking my potion, I'm going to move towards...
He also drops Realmor.
Great.
Also, you can move it.
if I can move a little further.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Little blonde cluster over here.
I'm not blonde.
Bonus action healing
Blonded
word on
Jason.
Thorn. You get 13 more healing.
Okay.
So my intelligence modifier plus 5 for my healing because I get for alchemist and a D4.
Okay, that's a big
Good
old healing word. That's a bonus action healing word.
14.
You still have your action, so I'm assuming you're casting Firebolt again.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast firebolt. again.
Okay, casting your Firebolt, and are
Max
you shooting
20.
one of these giant monsters or
No,
the
I'm trying to
assassin?
kill the assassin who.
Okay, I'll tell you this.
a lot of damage.
He's lost one of his pools. He had a total of 3 pools.
He's done a lot of damage.
He has done a lot of damage.
15.
15 points of damage is a very solid hit. You strike him once more. He's incapacitated, doesn't really react much. You watch as you do. There's this pool. One of the these acidic sacs he's embedded in his skin bursts and
Ew.
fizzles against some of the ground here. It's horrible. This person's done horrible things to their body.
Disgusting.
That is the assassin's turn, and he's incapacitated.
Yeah.
Good, was that you were about to say you wanted to
Can I
move,
make a
Amanda?
nature check on those things? I was like trying to figure out what kind of things they were. Maybe.
On the big creature?
The big things that just came into
These,
my
I would need you to make me an Arcana check. Please roll that for me, Amanda.
My first nat 1
What nat-
for
okay.
6.
I'm sorry to say, you're not familiar with these creatures. They're not something you've studied back at your time in
They're
Anton's
big and
Rest.
ugly.
They're horrifying. You see, they had a big tongue and big teeth. So certainly they look like they can hurt people with their mouths, but you're not really sure. We're gonna go because the assassin has to pass his turn. Ismini, it's your turn.
May I try to figure out what those big ass creatures are?
You may.
Those-
Now, what's
those
great?
Things against God.
These do not get advantage from being a Callister versus this particular enemy.
May I roll Arcana?
You may roll Arcana.
Oh my god. Oh, never mind. That's not a 4. 22.
The Banderhob is a creature not from the outermost planes, but merely from one of the echoes, from Shadowfell. However, these creatures are not normally born, they are made. In a moment, I'm going to ask you what sort of specific mechanical information you'd like. But these creatures have short lifespans and are created with a specific task in mind. They have no interest in protecting their lives, but just completing the task of their creator.
Mr. Meeksies.
You've got it. Yeah, that's kind of the Banderhob's deal. They're typically used as assassins or retrievers. What would you like to know about the Banderhob?
Resistances and immunities.
The Banderhob is resistant to necrotic damage. It's also immune to being charmed or frightened.
Great, thank you.
They will continue their mission unendingly.
Great.
But it's still your turn. That was just a free action.
First thing I'm going to do is throw 2 of my meteors over there, which means that they're both going to
They're
get
both
hit by
gonna
my
make 'em?
meteors. Make me 4 total dex saves, 2 for each.
3 fail, 1 natural 20.
Okay, great.
And I'll have it be the one who kind of could have potentially had cover.
One of them was a 10 and one of them was a 5.
So 15, and that other one was the second one passed. So he's 15 damage to one, 12 to the other.
Great.
That was just a bonus action. It's amazing amounts of damage.
Next, I'm going to cast Shatter.
Are you targeting them again?
Yeah. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Did you mention Ismini is great?
Meaty's like, I'm sorry, outsiders.
Outsiders?
Like I must murder
Ooh, okay,
outsiders.
this is a 21 and a 10. So 1 pass, 1 fail.
21 passes.
Oh.
7. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
7 points. I know. I rolled 2 1s.
That's hard.
Any bicycle damage?
wish.
No, I don't allow it. That's a very good thought.
That was the second level spell slot.
Anything else for your turn? Is maybe any movement, or are you fine?
I'm just mad now.
They are organic. They have fleshy bits.
Ooh.
But like all outsiders, their bodies disappear.
Acid. Melt them.
It is going to then be Kieran's turn.
What about Realmore?
Kieran acts before Ralnor,
Okay.
and Yosef acts before Ralnor. I know Ralnor goes.
Ralnor goes right before me.
All right,
I just worry about him getting lost in the shuffle.
you go ahead.
Oh, you.
Where do you go here?
I want to slap him in the mouth.
Look, it's a jerk.
Hey, Ralnor's not restrained anymore because I don't believe that you should be able to grapple a strong creature while incapacitated. This man takes a few steps in, unfortunately not backed up by 5 guards like I had planned.
Also, shatter happened. It's very loud.
The crack rings out, and as he does, I'm gonna kind of say these are happening at similar times. As he dives past the banner hops, your shatter spell hitting these 2 massive creatures, ringing out, kind of knocks him off balance. As I roll 2 natural ones on both, so 1 for both of my attacks. That's 2 natty 1s for me.
I'm making a horrible face at him.
He comes down. The blade hits Rowlor and reflects off to the side. And you can see he's still moving his hand. He's using old motions. He's trying to swing as if he's using a greatsword, but he's just using a longsword, and you can see that he's just pressing his missing hand. He has lost quite a bit of his original strength. That would then be Yosef's turn. Yosef is going to pop around. Oh, all right.
Shoot the big ones.
He's going to take 1 shot at one of the big boys. That's a hit.
Go Yosef.
That is 8 points of damage to the more injured Vanderhump. No, non-magical weapons do work against them. I didn't say it explicitly, but I told you all of their weaknesses.
Yeah, I got my resistance and immunity, so I figured it was fine.
Then continuing on from Yosef, who's gonna get back around the corner, trying not to die. Going off to retrieve a sword. It will then be Ralnor's turn. El, you're on deck. Ralnor, this guy's right next to you, but there's also 2 big things that Mommy's attacking.
Well, listen.
The assassin's basically standing
He
there.
was there in a baby Bjorn as we attacked Mr. One Hand last time.
I forgot he was.
He was there. He was in a baby Bjorn.
He was so tiny.
He was little. So I think
He also just got bonked by him, and he went.
he holds I think he holds a grudge. Sorry, guys.
Ralnor turns, make your attacks.
It's gonna be the
Yeah, no, you always do it in the same order. I understand.
Stomp. Ooh. 24.
That's a hit.
And then 20.
Those will both hit.
Go for the other hand.
Eat with the other hand.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 6, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of damage from Ralnor.
Go, Ralnor, go.
19 points of damage. Biting into him, you hear him yell out, and he just kicks Ralnor. Ralnor hitting against one of these bookshelves. Stupid beast! That is Elle's turn. Thorny, next player who gets to go.
Keeping it simple, I'm going to cast my final 2nd level spell slot
Uh-oh. What are you
to
casting?
mirror image. And I'm waiting for my sword.
Your sword is going to arrive at the start of your next turn. Just remind me, okay?
My eyes are like going between battle.
The man
and all
spent
the
2 full
corner.
turns using dashes. I think that's
Just
completely reasonable.
Picturing Rick
And I'm also-
power sliding in with the sword.
You know what's funny? I
My brain's
almost
also like, what if he trips and falls and dies?
I almost use
Explain
a different miniature for Rickert, and the miniature has a sword like this. Like I can pull up a picture of it after the session, but we have that mini.
Does your uncle want to be a squire?
Okay, Elle casting the mirror image. Do you? Perfect. We're gonna keep on going.
I'll move a little bit.
The false soldier.
I'm
This
defenseless.
one soldier
Sorry.
who makes it in is going to come up here.
Ooh, yeah, stand there. For the mic. Hey, is there any wood on our ceiling?
Huh?
The rafter.
Oh, the ceiling itself is over 20 feet up.
Like
We planned on fireball.
It's fireball sized.
That's fair. We explicitly actually talked about them. The gantries themselves are made of stone reinforced with
Ooh, you know I like that
with
word.
metal. The middle section here is mostly stone. The rooms themselves have wooden floors.
We bought this place already friends with Gwynwyn.
That's actually rare.
All right.
And I put up
he's
an
gonna come up-
alchemy lab here.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
We let her do
Uh,
that.
seeing what's going on, you watch as he's going to drop his battle axe to the side, pull out a javelin, and make one javelin attack at our dear Gwynny.
Yeah, I'm right in front. That's
Can only
fair.
multi-attack with her melee weapons. Ooh, 15?
Miss.
15 is a miss. Throws this. You can see he's getting ready to draw up his weapon again, but he's not done it until his next turn. That is going to be, because Gwynwyn, as you can see, those guys, the false soldiers who are outside, beginning to look a little bit worried, have not begun to approach. That is the Banderhob's turn. I haven't got to use the Banderhobs. I'm very excited to use the Banderhobs.
You broke the doors.
Yeah, they broke the doors. I'm not happy.
Sure. I can't really move. Oh, I can't move that way. That's so annoying. This one's going to dash.
Yosef, no!
Yosef,
I can't get past the assassin or round lore. Like, I can't get past that direction.
That's very fair.
Sprinting on over. These crazed creatures, having seen the rest of the party, seem to have almost like they've reanimated. They're so much faster as they're moving inside here. They are going to, you would realize, Ismini, they have found their targets.
Ooh.
Gwynwyn, the first Banderhob, the one who didn't dash, is going to use his tongue attack on you.
Gross.
Blah, and launch this pink-black tongue at you. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Gross.
As the attack strikes you, you first take 11 points of necrotic damage and make a strength saving throw.
I'm not down.
DC is 16.
Nope, I failed that.
You were pulled adjacent and is going to, as a bonus action, make a bite attack on you.
Did you just crit on me?
Can I see the die?
I'm going to spend my bicycle to re-roll this attack.
Disadvantage.
Oh, Alex is going to neutralize it, so it doesn't matter. I rolled a natural 2. You were fine. As it opens its mouth, you see what is clearly some sort of magical effect inside of the actual physical body of this creature. As it tries to gulp down on Gwynwyn. Once this meaning is back, having seen that, I can clarify what that was.
Magical effect.
There is a magical effect.
Magical effect.
To clarify, the creature's body is this. Like how dragons are magic.
Or like
Not
how
like
L works.
Possibly like how L works. You don't know. Ask Ismini, because Ismini did roll high enough to where she can tell you about it. That is going to go to the top of the round. Thorn, it's your turn. Gwynwyn, you're on deck. Thorn, you guys are under full assault right now. They've shattered a very small portion of the front gate. They haven't destroyed your building.
Meaty's got that with Fireball. I'm gonna step around the corner
Okay?
and attack this guy. Perfect. Eldritch Blast, and then I'm gonna shove with my bonus action.
Huge. I'll make the strength save. He fails the strength save for the shove.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit a Banderhob.
2 hits.
The monstrosity is shunted backwards both by the force of your magical blasts and by the actual telekinetic abilities as well.
19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. This is the much more injured one. It is quite hurt as you shunt it back 5 feet.
And
I would also say because of how this wall here that separates the front from the back section is, he would not be able to provoke. Yosef would not provoke.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell at Yosef and say, "Get out of here!"
All right.
Go.
That is then going to be Gwynwyn.
Am I wrapped up in its tongue?
No, it's just it wrapped, pulled, and as it missed its dodge, it's basically you kicking the creature and getting out of the way. Before you go, can I explain something that for Ismini?
Yeah, I'm gonna let
Ismini, you saw this creature open its mouth, and I know I said it retrieves items or a target. It has an extra dimensional space inside that it stores those creatures, though any conscious creature takes quite a bit of damage from the experience. This is trying to capture Gwynwyn.
I cannot wait to blow up those shelves. I hope there's nothing important on them.
Yeah, I
Gwynwyn, don't be
too.
between them.
Gwynwyn is shorter. It is Gwynwyn's turn, though,
I'm casting Flaming Spear right behind it, and
to hit the knight and the soldier.
yeah.
Perfect. I make dex saves.
No, to hit it and the soldier.
Perfect. Okay, I make dex saves.
Here.
Or do I just take the damage because I'm
On
in
their
it?
side?
Con
Wait,
saves?
Dex, you're right.
Yeah, okay. Vanderhob, super fail.
Did you want to hear?
Soldier, 14.
Fails.
Both of them will fail and take full damage.
It's like in between the two of them, yeah.
Okay.
You're right, just put it next to it because we
I'll just put it
can't
next to it.
hover the object. They'll both take full damage and all of this seems to go through. Roll the fire damage as this flaming sphere appears, as if giving a target for your fellow
14
Arcanist.
points of fire damage.
14 points of fire damage. Okay, that one's looking a little bit hurt. And the soldier himself, because of the damage he took before, goes down.
And then I'm bonus action drinking a
Wait till someone
healing
out.
potion. Okay.
Drinking your potion as a bonus action. We're then going to continue on. That is the assassin's turn. Now, the assassin on the start of your turn lost the incapacity condition. Taking this. Well, this was fun. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again shortly.
Stay where you are.
Enjoy the Banderhobs.
Stay
And
where
is
you
going
are.
to begin walking out of here.
Did he take a disengage?
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't see myself.
He's in.
With
He's
Ralph.
in within 5 feet of Realm. Not.
I'm not going to I'm not going to disengage, no.
19.
Grapple.
19?
Yeah.
19 is a hit.
I don't know how to do that.
Ralnor sinks his teeth. You watch as he walks past one of these bookshelves, passing by the knight, and as the teeth of Ralnor sink into him, you watch as the shadow passes over him, and clearly activating some sort of magical effect. He's going to use. I'll just tell you. It's called Shadow Jump.
I want to do that.
And is gone.
Is our knight buddy within 5 feet of the Bandersnatch?
He is within 5 feet of the Banderhob. Yes, ma'am.
I got all the words I knew. I thought it was a Banderhop, like a bunny. So I've been very confused.
Okay, that was the assassin's turn. It's his meanie.
Great. First, I'm gonna fireball, hitting Ralnor, the knight, and the Banderhop.
I'm just gonna grow my flaming spear as well.
Those are all fails. You're gonna be hitting out the front door. Is that fine for you to blow bits of stonework
Yeah.
out? Just this massive fireball bursting outwards. You, Gwyn, you could see as the fireball is appearing, some of the soldiers outside begin running away, and you hear the sounds of ding, 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 as guard bells have been rung nearby. All of the commotion.
17. Horrible.
7. That's fine.
An average is like a 20.
25 is roughly what you aim for. It's not great, but it's
So
okay.
the next thing I'm gonna do is throw my last 2 meteors over.
Kieran, pass fail, Vanderhob, pass fail, natural 20 for the DM.
The passes are 5s total, and the fails are 8s total.
With that, the Banderhob is on death's door.
Oh,
Okay, continuing on. That is going to be Kieran's turn. Kieran, not really happy with what's going on,
Good.
is going to. Oh, actually, Ronald's already attacked. I'm going to go ahead and move over here.
he can't go that way because there's a flaming spear right behind the.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're correct.
Yeah, move it to overlap with the base.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Do the same.
Why Gwynwyn?
Going to make my 2 attacks at you. You watch as hefting this longsword up in his hand, it begins getting engulfed by this blackened energy. Also, Gwyn, because Gwyn is in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I didn't move. I kind of stayed a target.
It's going to be a hit on the first swing. And miss on the second.
Okay.
You watch as you've seen this sort of power before. He used this in your last fight where he essentially channeled some energy into his weapon. That is going to be... You hush, Alex. It's going to be 19 points of damage.
I'm
It's a mixture
down.
between slashing and radiant damage. You're down?
I'm down.
Okay. I believe it's time for you all to yield.
I think the spear goes away as well.
I do believe it's concentration, so it would go away.
Yeah.
I missed my second attack. I rolled them together, and I'm going to stick with what I rolled. Because it would have been with advantage either way.
Kieran?
as he points his blade at Gwynwyn, who is unconscious and dying. That is going to be Yosef's turn. Yosef was told to run the fuck away.
Yeah.
He wasn't told to contradictory command this time, so he's just going to listen. And he's going to head back into the rear section. It is Ralnor's turn, and then it will be a Lilier.
Ralnor's gonna go. A friend is being hurt. I'm gonna go and attack Kieran with Ralnor.
Okay, he's quite hurt. Ralnor shattering one of the shelves here as he claws right through it.
19.
That's a hit.
And ooh, that's not gonna hit. That's gonna be a 10.
10 is a miss.
11 points of damage.
He is on death's door.
Great. He's not living through this.
Having been struck, you watch as he tosses the blade, grabs it, and just clearly in the thrust position. If he goes again, he will stab Gwyn.
If he goes again, he will have disadvantage.
Good. That
Ralnor.
is a Lilier's turn.
Why send him over there? He gives disadvantage.
Question for you, Kieran. Baradas. Who else?
I'm sorry. Well, I don't understand what you just said.
He said 3 people had paid for our heads.
Bugarda?
Bugarda, not Barada.
Make a persuasion check. He's feeling a bit confident. He's got a sword to your friend's
I am
throat.
not.
You also have the weapon now.
Thank God. 9.
I still
He's
will roll
cocky,
it.
so-
No, I know. No, he's so cocky. I'm going to roll with disadvantage. I'll say this. Neither die was as low as yours, and I have a positive to my wisdom and charisma. Wealthy individuals.
Speak with dead still works.
That is true. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I was
As you're
like,
charging through, you see Rickert coming through, charging through the halls. He's got in one hand, he's got your scabbard with the blade in it. The other hand, he has an unsheathed dagger from your collection, and he's running through the halls with this knife. I'm coming, Laurentius! It's hard to yell in the country voice.
Yeah.
And tosses you the scabbard. And then immediately realizes the gravity of the situation.
Thank you. Please run.
All right.
I'm going to jump. I'm going to run up and jump.
Okay. No. Okay.
That's a solid wall.
I know. It's,
That is a solid wall.
It goes all the way up.
Yes. This is the support for the gantry, and I apologize for not clarifying.
Go back to
that.
where you were
Yeah.
and go
What is
around.
your goal this turn?
10.
Move through Ralnor.
I want to get here, but I don't think I can.
5,
10.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Jump through the.
Yeah, we can even flavor it as you're leaping over the knight here.
I'm going to bonus action weapon fix. Actually, I'm sorry. I apologize. I forgot. I have.
You forgot you took a long rest?
Yeah. I'm going to use my arcane points to imbue a spell into my weapon.
Okay, charging up, using all of this. You have been attacked in your home. This place was safe, and they came for you. Now he's threatening to kill Gwynwyn.
And I have advantage because of Ralnor. I don't need Silas all the time. It's fine.
We have Ralnor.
One time.
First one? It's not great. A 14.
That is a miss. He actually takes his offhand and, as you're winding up, strikes you as you have to come back up with your attack.
3 d20s, come on. Math 20.
I will use my reaction and parry this attack.
Okay.
He's gonna try to stay alive.
So I don't swing and hit at all.
You do not hit this turn, unfortunately.
Fine. I'm concentrating on a spell.
You are. Despite it was flavor punch you back. Like, not, there's no concentration going on. You're doing great.
I would like to hurt him. I can.
It would be the false soldier's turn, but unfortunately, the ones outside have fled. As people are starting to get closer and closer to the structure to try to see what's going on. It's going to take a little while. Battles are very fast. It is the Banderhob's turn.
I have to kill Kieran. Amanda, don't look nervous. She's sitting here looking very nervous.
Yeah.
We can afford a diamond.
All right. I'm going to ask the party to make a very clear decision, and the people who are in line of sight of Kieran will matter. So it's Ismini and Elilie. Because Gwynwen, you're unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
As you're fighting him, he looks to you. Do you yield? Your friend's life is on the line. Do either of you act?
I don't yield to scum.
He turns to the Banderhop and says, dead or alive.
I'll get that second hand.
I'm going to make my bite attack against you, Gwynwen.
And it has disadvantage because of Realmore.
You're prone, so it'll be a neutral flat roll.
When an ally within 5 feet of Realmore is attacked, he can impose disadvantage.
16.
Exactly hits.
Oh, damn,
Win-win.
Realmore. Hang on, nope. I'm not gonna I'm backing this up with words and actions.
Higher.
Oh,
I still
I'm
use
so
the lower
sorry.
roll.
I'm so sorry.
Is there anything else before I continue? This will be 2 automatic failed death saving throws.
One more.
I'm gonna try.
I'm not gonna talk smack and not give
I have
up
a
my
plus
own
9 to
bicycle.
hit.
It's a roll.
A 1.
It's a natural 17.
Yeah.
We tried really hard, Amanda.
I'm trying.
I'm out of.
Gwynwen disappears into the mouth of the Banderhob. The second creature is quite excited.
If we
Target
kill it,
moves closer.
if we kill it, does Amanda die?
Gwynwen,
Extra dimensional space will be shunted.
as you're here in like there's maybe this moment as you're being pulled
Wait, if we
into the
did.
Banderhob, you see because all this is happening once, right? The assassin disappearing into the darkness drops a single letter, this little bit of parchment that has been placed there, and you swear for a moment you recognize the words on the penmanship here, scratchy and terrible and clearly showing the dwarven influence as you are swallowed up by this creature. The second Banderhop is going to make its tongue attack at Elilie. That's a 13 to hit. That is not
Not
gonna
even
hit.
with no armor on.
Correct. That's good because it would have pulled you close. Then the bite thing, it's no fun. Nobody wants that. We're going to go to the top of the round. It's Thorn's turn. Thorn. Gwynwen just got swallowed whole. Was bleeding out.
I was right here, right?
Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. You can move through ally spaces, so
Yeah.
I can get here?
Yeah.
He's super flanked.
Oh, I'm not attacking him. I'm attacking the big green thing.
Y'all better duck.
2 swings. I'm going to quicken green flame blade.
It's only one swing if that's... for Quicken is 1. You get your action 2. You're going to do extra attack for your action?
Green flame blade as well, yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be 2 swings with advantage. I would like to... When it is moments like these that I sometimes like to peel back the curtain and give an exact number amount to my players.
You said 2 attacks with advantage?
So they have advantage... oh, I'm so sorry.
I don't think I have it.
You do not have advantage.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
The Banderhop has 23 hit points.
16 and a 17. to hit.
Both of those hit.
Is 17?
His,
23.
his 23 hit points. If this is not successful, Gwynwen will need to make me a death save on her turn with normally with disadvantage, as the acid inside of it.
So what is that right there? That's
14,
18?
17, 18.
plus 10. 28.
As you, this is an effect that later someone would explain to you, and maybe you'd understand, is known as a dimensional collapse.
I would zone out.
Yeah.
when
As
they're
you
explaining.
strike in, we'll do with the extra fire damage you deal to Kieran. Oh, it's 5 feet.
Yeah.
So- Destroying some of the, maybe you damage some more of the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Poor
But as you strike into this creature, it splitting open the middle of it, for a moment you don't see flesh, you don't see blood, you see this weird shimmering void of like white green light as it begins to tear and rip and tear, if you will. The creature begins folding into itself. And Gwynwyn Grandfear appears on the ground.
I will turn and face Kieran.
The Banderhob is dead.
And I'm blocking women with my body.
Aw. He does care.
I won't let my friends die.
Amanda, you know what's happening right now?
Death save.
Do you know what this roll means?
Yeah, I either live or die. This is my third death save.
This is
Or-
before you roll anything. I want to have a very clear conversation of what's going on.
Do we have any bicycles?
Jake's bicycle in his binder that I know he would want to be used on a
We
band.
do have Jake's bicycle.
Jake, you're in chat.
Death save is slightly better than 50-50 chance. It's a 10 up.
It's a 10 up.
You don't add anything to it.
Jake coming in clutch when he's not even here.
Now, I'm not going to force you to do this. Jake would be like, no. Roll with advantage. Don't even tell me what the first roll was. Just do it.
Jake is in chat.
Jake
He's
is in chat.
No, I know. I'm talking to him directly. He knows what I'm doing.
Figure that out.
Amanda, should you roll under a 10, Gwynwyn perishes.
Yes. 12.
One successful death save.
You didn't even need it.
You were not stabilized. You were still unconscious and dying.
Yeah, but I didn't die.
Keep that on.
You feel like you're resting in a meadow just outside of Anton's Rest. A place that perhaps a future vigilante used to relax as well.
Can't tell her boyfriend that she died.
Is Meanie. It is your turn, Miss Callister.
You're still a big boy.
Big boy, big wizard.
I don't
It's currently trying to. It's clear. They're the these two are targets.
I don't care.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It wasn't clear previously that those two are under attack, and currently that would be Lilier is under attack.
Hey, Kieran. Hey, buddy.
He still has his sword out. Like, he's still in this fight. If he gets to go, which he'll get to go soon, he goes immediately after you. He could kill Gwynwyn.
I hope your face is the last one you see whenever you perish.
Spoilers, Kieran has a lot less than...
And can I drop a fireball high enough to not hit Gwynwyn, but hit everybody else in the area?
The only way you're hitting him with a fireball is if you hit, at the very least, one of the... You'd have to either hit yourself and Thorn, or hit Kieran, Lilier, and the Banderhob.
Sorry, El.
Fine. I'll be
Sorry,
fine.
El.
I'll take it.
I'll tell you. It's 13 or 14 hit points. I can read you the math in a second.
Go.
I'm in trouble.
No, I'm doing it.
Okay. Casting the fireball, that is good.
What are you talking about?
Success. 17 on the die.
60 to the die.
Success.
What about the big boy?
Thank you for reminding me. My apologies. That is a success.
29.
That is enough damage, even halved,
That's
to
fine.
deal. This fireball bursting out. You watch as Kieran goes down, hitting the ground like a sack of bricks, shattering his head against one of the table legs as this tankard of orange liquid begins pouring out over his unconscious body. The Banderhob itself still standing, very, very hurt by that.
Can I keep him?
No.
You're not alive.
I'm not alive.
Keep
but
who?
Mentally.
Kieran is a pet.
Kieran is going to make a
Yeah.
death
Sure.
saving throw.
I have so many questions for him.
It's a success. I was really hoping for a natural 20 because of how thematic and terrible that would be.
Can I keep him as a pet? In my basement?
him.
That is
I don't
Yosef's turn. Yosef left the battle.
I'm putting him
That
in
is
my basement.
If
Ralnor's
he pees
turn.
inside, though, he's gotta go.
Okay, Ralnor.
I can't.
What does Ralnor do, Victoria?
Oh,
Does Ralnor bite the person who's already down, or does he go and he bite the Vanderhoff?
Victoria, what does Ralnor do?
what am I beside him?
Evens or odds?
Just do even sides.
I don't want you to roll for it. I want you to decide.
Bullying at our own table.
Great, Kieran's gonna take a bite and a chomp attack. Does 15 hit?
Doesn't he have
15.
advantage against the prone?
You have advantage against a prone
I
target.
know, I rolled
A 15 is a miss against Kieran.
What about a 19?
19 is exactly his armor class. It's plate and plus defense.
8.
That is 2 failed death saves and 1 success.
And then he's gonna go move and put himself right next to Gwynwyn because of his defender ability
Yeah.
as
Perfect.
a warrior sidekick.
Sprinting on over to protect his friends, it is then Elilier's turn. El, your blade is still charged with magic, assuming you've made your concentration save, DC 13. DC 10, actually, because of the fireball.
Fireball.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Cool, you're fine. Your blade infused with so much magic, there is still a Banderhob, and it would like to eat one of you or your friends.
Cool. I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to bonus action weapon burst with lightning damage. First hit. 12.
That's definitely good.
19.
19 is a hit. These guys are AC 15 against the Banderhobs.
Thank goodness.
Though there must have been some sort of powerful arcanist to conjure them up,
3.
they're not that hard to
Do you
hit.
need anything separate?
No.
Lightning or necrotic?
I do not. Necrotic is the resistance to necrotic.
It's fine. It's a D10s. 12 half to 6. I'm sorry. What's my die? 9 have to whatever. 5.
I don't know if we round up or down.
8.
Always down.
So 8 of the non-resisted damage. It's a bummer.
L dives forward, Gwynwyn on the ground unconscious, and is going to strike down the Banderhob. But we're not done with initiative yet. Playing this by the book. Alex, we can turn off the miniatures here because all the enemies are taken care of. But I need to look really quickly at this order. Because it's going to be Thorn is next. Thorn, it is your turn.
Can I pour a healing potion down?
Do you have a potion?
Yes, I do.
Then you may. We're good. You want to keep the dice out of this. You don't have to worry so much. You can roll that healing for us. As you charge over Gwynwyn, just so I know, can you roll a d20 for me? Just to see what would have happened had he not.
Another 12.
Okay.
You get 4 hit points.
4 hit points. Gwynwyn's going to take a little bit to stand up because we'll have to talk a little bit about lingering injuries during our break.
That wasn't good.
Bad.
The enemies either laying here defeated or retreating. You have a bit of a reprieve here.
Broad daylight. It's not even
Good morning,
noon yet.
everyone. No, it's just before 7.
I haven't even put on armor.
I haven't pooed yet.
We're going to be back in just a few minutes. We're going to go fill up our drinks and come back to see what our heroes do next. Stay right there.
Stay here.
All right, we are back, and only moments have passed here in the home of the Defiant Smiles.
Traumatizing morning.
I should have picked up the battle map, actually. Well, when you have a second, do you mind taking all of our friends off of this, Connor?
Yeah.
Or Clella? So, we're all here. Gwynwyn, you've been recently stabilized. You were given a healing potion by, I almost said Kevril, guys. It almost happened.
Wow.
Almost,
That guy's dead.
Fabled
Yeah.
hero of old?
So, Thorn,
Several decades.
you stabilized your dear friend Gwynwyn, and like I'm assuming you're like still over her, making sure she's okay.
Yeah, I'm like flicking water on her face. Like, are you sure you're fine?
Yosef and Rickert come around the corner, each weapon in hand, one with a dagger, one with a light crossbow. Yosef
You did it, Rickert.
hit 2 out of his 3 shots, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, not bad. Miss Gwynny, are you alright?
I want alcohol. Very bad.
You guys can see Gwynwyn, there's a large splinter in your breastplate, and as you kind of sit up, your friends can see that there are sunken pits in the back of your breastplate as well, where
My fingers are too fat.
the actual you
Got it.
don't mind making a mess. You're not using the battle map again. The bite crunched against you, and as you're kind of sitting up, you feel you've got a few cracked ribs here. Your breastplate is quite heavily damaged. It's still functional, though you know it's possible that you'll need to get this repaired or replaced.
I can fix your breastplate. Don't worry. Don't panic.
Good.
We can fix your body and your armor.
Mechanically speaking, we did some rolling off camera
Your
just to
head,
check in. These cracked ribs make it hard for you to move with swift action. This has 2 penalties. It is going to give you disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and initiative rolls. You are slow on your feet as the pain from doing these actions is rough. You can still dash, but it's deeply uncomfortable.
I'd like to go take a seat on my new throne.
Don't sneeze either.
Would you like to
back.
stabilize?
No, I'd like to stabilize him. Yes.
All right. Because he
Take
rolled,
his other hand.
he actually rolled 2 successful saves so far. So over the next couple of seconds, you're able to stabilize him, and you have the knight unconscious. here.
Great. I'm sitting on a chair and I'm using it as a footrest.
Should we like tie him up at least?
I'm done with him.
Connor, are you chuckling for the same reasons I am?
Yeah.
Can I?
I know.
Can I have a sword?
I know.
It's a long sword.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty nice.
I'm gonna go poke my head.
It's actually a very nice sword.
Are
Great.
the guards coming?
Yes, you can hear that there's a bit. There's some kerfuffle. People are coming to check out what the kerfuffle was.
Our doors are
Do we have
gone.
an umbrella stand in the front?
Yeah. Did you want to You want to get him out of here?
No, I'm keeping him.
I'll go.
No, wait. We can give him to the guards.
No, I'm keeping him
Right. Do you want to make it so the guards can see him, or move him into a
Let's
different room?
Put him.
in my floorboards.
Yeah, let's put him in your pit.
Oh, you want me to take him to the cellar?
I'll help you.
Oh, all right.
No, we're gonna put him in.
I can do the handshake now.
Yeah, you can do the handshake.
Uh-huh.
I'll go meet the guards at the front of the gate.
Can you put this in the umbrella stand in the front, just in case I have to run inside and grab a sword again?
Right.
Future.
I'm gonna sit right here.
Gwyn, you sit down in the remnants of this broken brunch nook that you set up in the front storage room for when Silas was carrying supplies in.
I'm really sad about the loss of my pumpkin spice latte.
Excuse me. And you see what looks to be a sergeant stepping up.
Yes.
There are two other guards here. They're ready. Weapons down. You can see they got like their spears. They're holding them. They don't look like they're offensive. They're like seeing what's going on.
Just in time, as always.
It has been about 35 seconds to 1 minute since this whole encounter started.
1 minute too late.
I'm gonna just point at. Are the bodies of the big guys still there?
No. So the thing about those, they because they're outsiders.
So there's just one guard, like poorly dressed guard.
There is the guard. There's also blood and clear evidence of fire and magic going off here.
Yeah, we got attacked by the Bugarda guys.
Bugarda.
None of us will ever pronounce that.
Yeah.
Yet another attack from the Bugardas.
Oh, and like some other people. Who knows?
Should I call for a medic? Is everyone all right?
A medic would be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you
All right,
perhaps know
go.
a good cleaner as well?
I'm afraid we can't do that.
Maybe an
You said
architect.
Bugardas?
Bugardas.
Like
Yeah.
the Ladrones?
Yeah.
No, separate.
The
from
offshoot
drones.
of the Ladrones, yes. They
I guess it has some infighting.
we got
It's
caught in
split
the
off.
crosshairs.
Yeah.
We really didn't do anything. They just attacked us in the middle of the day, the morning.
Yeah,
even.
it is literally day.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
we didn't
Al.
even get to eat breakfast.
This is. Oh, I'm so sorry. You can see one of his men has gone off to go find a medic to come and help patch people up. We'll have to take a statement. There's been a number of incidents the past few days. Well, I thought my patrol was safe from this. There was arson attempts in the weeds last night, and then
You realize
you can see this man has got this human man, pale, relatively pale skin, but like very pink cheeks. But you can see quite sunken eyes. He worked the night shift the night before.
you realize I'm sure you know, but they're disguised as guards.
We pointed the one that's left there.
Yeah.
That's a
So doesn't exactly instill trust.
Having not noticed this,
people.
he kind of, you see, gets a little bit nervous. The other guard here, seeing this as well, kind of looking. That's a soldier.
Yeah, they've been disguising themselves as soldiers in order to gain some ability
Check out the body.
to pass through.
He is dead.
Yeah, whatever.
The soldier is fully dead.
There were more, but they
Alright.
ran off.
They get kind of iced.
More people coming by. You can see it looks like a squad of like not a squad, a collection of probably like 6 to 8 different people who live in some of. There's only a couple of nearby buildings that have people living in them, and you're in a mostly empty section here of the Barrows, just a little too far from the major points of the docks, but a little too close to the weeds. And as you're kind of here, you see people kind of gossiping is what's going on. And the hell happened to your house?
They busted in, and then magic happened.
Yeah, I'm assuming they thought maybe we had something valuable. That's why they would attack us.
And you have no idea why the Bugardas would be after you? Or why Mr. Bugarda would be after you?
They seem to be attacking everybody in the West End.
Probably know
wanting
that we
money
have-
from them.
We
We're-
won't give them money.
Yeah,
We're
we're successful
mercenaries.
mercenaries. They probably think that we will
Yeah.
have
Take out
money
the-
available, something
they're-
they could steal.
Yeah.
We've been spreading a rumor about ourselves that we successfully fought a blue dragon. So
Yeah.
one would expect that we had its hoard.
Ego.
Yeah, only dumb people would believe
You'll
that.
forgive me. I do need to take some time and get more information.
Of course.
Kind of looking over, you can see that his partner has pulled off the helmet and is beginning to undo some of the armor here, and you see huge tattoos on one of the arms of the man dressed as a soldier. You can see a series of these stripes. The stripes themselves ending with like the profile. Is that fair? Side image. The profile of like a humanoid face. One of them has tusks. They look to be kills. This person has marked their body with people they've taken down before.
Is that kind of tattooing specific, like typical of like the Eltz gangs, or is it Ladrone specifically, or is it even not Barada specific?
I think it denotes like sexual partners or something.
We keep saying it wrong.
Bugarda. I'm so sorry.
Bugarda.
Bugarda.
I wrote it down wrong.
That's how you spell it.
I
Is
wrote it-
Bugarda. It's Bugarda.
I wrote it as Barada in my notes.
It's a terrible bastardization of two words that are kind of a pun
Bug-
about the guy.
Bugarda.
I'm
But
gonna see if what he knows about. I don't know much about them, but I've seen these sorts of. Each of the different crews we've seen here in the city have their own different methods. Some of them wear certain. They have these things that tie to their weapons. The Ladrones, they often are marked up. But this is. You're kind of looking at this over. Whoever this person was has done a lot of damage to our city. If what you're saying is true, I only have thanks for you. By this time, the medic, like, a couple minutes later, the medic is coming here. He's going to take statements. You're going to be here for a while unless you're resisting. Are we okay with doing this?
We're okay with doing
But
that.
you want my
pretty
breast
clear.
plate
Yosef
at the
has
front.
fully gagged and tied up this knight, having taken the armor off with the help of a Lilia because he didn't fully understand how to doff armor.
Yeah.
I thought we should
Still
hand
not
him
wearing
over.
armor.
I thought we should hand him over,
No. No.
but
No, you want to do bad things to this man.
but I
So we
want to
give
use him
s-
as a footstool.
We give statements, but they're all like, we have no idea why they would attack
Then I'm
us.
going to need the whole group to make deception checks for me. Or I'll allow a lead to roll with advantage.
I would love to make deception checks.
Okay.
I'm pretty
It's
out.
a
less total
resident
dice,
liar.
but it's a better die. Okay. Gwynwyn's over here like, I can do something to this.
Oh, 5?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
is, so as you're all here making statements here, telling what you can. Ooh, I rolled pretty darn well. 16.
22.
So this person is really looking for inconsistencies, but what's very important is as you're spending time here, you guys find a natural rhythm in the conversation. And you're outnumbering this person. You're kind of any sort of slip ups are able to be quickly covered up and retconned appropriately. And you're able to issue a statement that the Bugardas attacked you, that you weren't entirely sure why they chose to attack you. Now I'm curious, in this statement, you mentioned that you're a mercenary company. Do you say that you're going to go and take on this crime family?
I'd like
You
to-
would know it's not illegal.
I'd
You
like
can
to
mess
ask
with
for
criminals.
permission too.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah.
that we're part of Defiant Smiles, and we know that like for example, Rickert here was attacked, and this is his uncle.
We're here to-
Journeyman
social
in the
good.
We're here to right wrongs.
We're
like
journeymen
to
as
take
well.
this
We
on.
just
I'm
got
sure
our
there's
silver.
more than a few contracts on the members of the gang.
We'll consider them taken.
I'll let my captain know.
I have to avenge my
Right?
breastplate.
I have to avenge Rickert's shop.
Yes.
Your armor still works, but if you go down, it's possible it can break. I normally don't do equipment damage.
I got eaten.
You got eaten.
Yeah, you got.
Got nommed on.
Yeah.
Not the good guy.
Excuse
Sorry.
me?
It's our family-friendly podcast show.
We went to Fantasy Hooters.
You did. We did go to Hooters a couple sessions
Hooters
ago,
is
didn't we?
family friendly.
Was it Hooters? That was Hooters. Hooters has changed since the last time I went.
I've never been, so I just assumed it was all correct. Okay.
So we lie our asses off. Can I eventually go put on armor?
Yes, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've done that. Like, hey, I'm getting geared up. We're gonna
Like,
handle this.
Giving
And
my statements.
over the next,
It is Tyrael and Mother.
I will say this:
I know,
over
it's great.
just shy of about 2 hours, you will all experience benefits of a short rest. Do be sure you're tracking your hit dice, of which I'm sure that Gwynwyn is going to spend several.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
spend
wish I
two
could
as
donate
well.
mine.
Whoa, spell slots.
It wasn't as many enemies this time.
Does Raunor heal?
So the way that we do these allies, they can heal for half their health.
Raunor's full.
Cool.
He took 7.
Wait, when did I roll 3 to 6?
Yeah. But taking your time rolling those hit dice, eventually this this sergeant kind of politely said, "Well, normally we would ask if you feel the need to have some protection here, but obviously you are much more well equipped than myself or my squad."
They strike twice in one day.
We just want our neighbor.
Wait, did you say they tried twice in one day? Because that's inconsistent with what you told them.
No, I said if they strike
Oh, okay.
twice in one
Yeah,
day,
my
I
bad.
would be surprised. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's not clear.
We just want our neighborhood safe.
Friendly neighborhood.
You can see he's kind of like
Mercenary.
he kind of you're not here. He doesn't. I rolled low. He doesn't know who you are. That you were related to what's the incident with the wolf, but he like kind of has this person clearly has an appreciation for. It's people like you in the Ashen League that help us keep our city safe.
We just don't like the Ashen League because we're smaller than them, not because they've done anything wrong.
They also
yet.
force people to take missions. We know that.
Okay, but like,
I spent a shit ton of hit dice.
if you have a job, like if you work as a mailman, you have to deliver mail.
Sure.
That's why we're not mailmen.
Welcome some of the community over from Distal's Place. We love having you here. And hey, I hope you enjoy the session. All right. Eventually, the guards they abscond from your. Or, they don't. I'm sorry. The guards heading off after giving you a bit of patching up. They did try to remove your breastplate here, and you can see it is borked. But able to get. You basically end up. You step aside with one of the soldiers who helps you kind of removing, like doffing your armor and actually getting you bandaged up. She highly advises you take some bed rest, as sort of injuries you have are going to take some time to heal. They're not permanent, though usage of high-level healing magic or quite a bit of bed rest are ways for you to restore this.
Are you like a dragon? Can I just fireball you a couple times?
I wish.
Give her some levels.
Rickert has seemed to have calmed down.
pain.
There's no you guys can probably assume you won't be attacked in your house again today, but they could always come back another day, and
Yeah, we
with
also
more
have a
numbers.
Big opening.
The gate itself has a damaged lock, but otherwise you could really quickly replace that.
I meant the front doors.
we're really gonna need some work done and some extra security.
You know-
and I don't think it can wait anymore.
I think we need some extra hands.
I think we go hire the Defiant Smiles to come.
And
stay
then
here.
some.
I'm gonna pull the curlers out of my hair and just be like, I'm gonna go have lunch with a friend.
Okay. I was
Sounds
actually
good.
Want
gonna.
help?
No, it's okay. We're close.
Okay, let
I
me
think
know.
I know which friend.
Let me know when
Good
you
luck.
when you get back, because I think we need to buy some stuff.
She'll probably come with me.
Oh.
If the conversation goes the way I expect it to.
Okay.
Maybe a few of her friends will
Ah.
also come over.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm turning to the dark side.
In that case,
started on the dark
let us
side.
continue along the day as we come here to we're getting closer and closer to like noon. So it sounds like Ismini, who would you like to go visit?
Pluvia Nile.
All right, so you know Pluvia, your friend who you've met on a number of occasions, because of the horrible stink of undeath that has filled Hollyphandra that has yet to have been resolved. A bunch of nobles are out of their manors. She's actually staying at a fine loft over in Little Barbada. You know the place, but we'll go talk about what you're doing a little bit later.
And I take a little notebook with me.
And you were dolled up today.
I did. My hair was in
Look
curls
at that
entire
rouge.
fight.
That rouge cost you more than a platinum. It's gorgeous.
I'm done up.
It absolutely is having some sort of chemical reaction that is just.
It's
It's terrible. It's absolutely causing inflammation.
It's fantasy Dior.
Fantasy Dior!
Actually, snake venom in it.
Yeah.
You're heading off, and so it sounds like, am I understanding? You know, you can actually walk most of the way with your party if they're just trying to go to the West Gate and visit the Defiant Smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, heading northwards, you eventually make your way close to Little Barbada, where you split off with your friends. Little Barbada having these wonderful smells, all sorts of their spices, and you can see this is actually one of the places you've seen lately having that normally would have the most. Normally, this place would have like some of the one of the liveliest places you've been. Dragonborns walking around with their children, often these large baskets carrying strange different fruits and vegetables that have been imported here from Barbada, the homeland of the Dragonborn. But as you bid Ismini farewell, you notice, much like a lot of the middle of the city where the Bugardas have been, it's a little calmer here, though it's not quite as downtrodden as other places. It doesn't seem that it's necessarily the Bugardas have as strong of an influence here, perhaps affecting the DC if a road encounter happens, which you're fine, nothing happens, as you make your way a bit further towards where Pluvia is. Before we have the Pluvia encounter, I'd like to talk to your friends. Is that okay?
Reasonable.
We're heading over towards the Defiant Smiles. Gwynwyn, you've had a rough day. Make me a luck check, please. Pushing through with the lot of you.
An 11.
An 11. Just quickly, does Ismini have Ralnor?
Yes.
Ralnor is with Ismini.
Mm-hmm.
An 11?
Mm-hmm.
Making your way over to the Defiant Smiles, you breathe a sigh of relief that it does not appear that the Smiles were attacked over the last 24 hours.
Oh, good.
I kept things up in the air, man.
Can I go find an attack?
An attack what?
Imith?
Oh no! Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have.
Non-lethally.
He doesn't have armor yet.
Sort of.
Are you stealthing, or are you just gonna try to get to him?
I'm stealthing so I can put his face in dirt.
DC 16 stealth check.
Stealth. 18.
18. You eventually come up to Imith and are able to just kind of tackle him. You see that is really, like, the guy's got some broad shoulders, and it takes a bit of working to eventually drive him down. But you make your way. You see that he was actually in the front doing a bit of practice against one of the training dummies here in the courtyard of the Defiant Smiles. The grass itself, formerly pristine green, as Milton had been working on doing some of the gardening here, has been ruined by the training of Imith and the other apprentices here at the Defiant Smiles. The guild house of your organization.
I'm gonna sit fully crisscross applesauce.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, I went on a run this morning and received a bolt in my shoulder. This is a lesson.
You should wear armor.
On always being prepared
Roast.
and running in armor. Have you run your 5K yet today? You gonna lie?
I think there was a deal where you guys were swapping exercises.
I will say this.
Perhaps.
Couple things. As he says, yeah, I went for my run this morning. 5K. You notice there's a little lilt in that last little section. Sure, he ran, but maybe he got a little bored. Maybe he stopped for a drink or go listen to some folks singing at a bar. Hard to tell. I'm gonna go do another run. Just
Yeah, wear your armor while you do that.
you didn't buy him his armor yet,
He hasn't earned it yet. He has to beat me in the duel.
So
you want him to wear the just weights?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
it's rough on the knees.
Yeah, it is. He's gonna go ahead and take one of the others. He'll take Kistry with him, and go on a bit of a run here.
Ah, youth.
All right. Well, you're here at the Defiant Smiles. Milton Brask is here. You can see that when you kind of enter in, he's actually sitting down on a lower table, so you can actually see his whole body for once. He's not behind the huge counter, and he seems to have taken this foul-smelling liquid and is rubbing it across this wide leather belt, which has like a leather sash that hangs off of one side with a series of these hoops, and is just basically kind of like polishing it. He's cleaning off and just maintaining this piece of equipment as you all enter. Oh, hello, friends.
Hey, Milton.
Hey, what kind of contracts are out on the Bugardi?
We already told the police we took them, so...
Gwynwyn, please sit. What is wrong?
It's been a rough morning.
Yeah.
Well,
You look like you've seen the wrong side of a devil.
yeah.
Like genuinely, we told the cops we took every single contract for the Bugarda, so we should do that. I'm
we
sorry.
got attacked this morning.
Yeah, we're taking down the mob.
I would like some alcohol before we continue this.
Gwynwen almost died. Like, really
Oh.
almost died. At like 7 a.m.
At this point, Milton starts asking for some more information. Are you willing to tell Milton more information than you told the guards, or what
Yeah.
do you tell him about you fighting the Bugardas last night?
I would.
Yeah, I think we have to be
tell-
honest.
I
with
would
them.
lie to Milton.
And we're like,
Taking some
don't
time.
tell the cops, because we didn't tell them.
Secrecy is important.
Yeah.
We're friends.
High five,
I
Milton.
believe that you would not do things to... Yeah. Oh, he's absolutely... Sorry, I just missed it. Milton is
don't
all
knock
for it. You actually, now that you're closer, you can see this is basically a holster for carrying a collection of throwing axes. And it's size about appropriate for him. This seems to be his weapon of choice. Or for holding his weapons of choice. And as he just kind of continues working this, he's big, but he's so soft spoken. He wears spectacles, and he's just, all right. Well, I do believe Mr. Whitaker has an open contract on Mr. Bugarda, as do several of the houses. There is, on occasion, information that falls onto my desk, bits of parchment from those who have more illicit job opportunities. There is also a contract for Mr. Bugarda from one Ricky Ladrone.
We'll take it.
You would know Ricky Ladrone is in charge of the Ladrone crime family. Mr. Bugarda's old boss.
So
The guy I'm about to go hang
It's
out
Beatty's not here, so we can take it.
Parchment rings a bell. When he said parchment, kind of rang the bell that Gwynwen
Did you want
called.
to? You want to grab the piece of parchment?
Yeah.
Like, remembering this, you pick it up and look at this. This is a brief note. Sorry.
I was just
No,
remembering
Kim.
it while he was talking about the note.
We all have a flashback.
Penned in a familiar hand, Silas wrote, I got a message from Iris Perkins asking to come help, asking for me to gather my painting supplies and head off to Reef Carver Park to meet with High Lord Behringer. I'm going to go meet with them so I can get more information on the Count before the trail goes cold. Be safe, save me some cookies, and don't get in trouble, please.
Oops.
It ends with a small heart. The heart itself has a little smiley face with a trunk.
Oh, that's adorable.
Gwynwen, you're turning red.
Oops.
In case you were curious, this note was initially a little peek behind the screen. Was hidden in the room where he'd placed this in your laboratory, where an assassin was hiding.
It's a good thing I decided to make coffee.
You did. You did decide to make coffee instead of go to the lab in the morning.
Yeah. Good
Should
call.
Yeah.
we tell Silas about the assassin? Quick vote.
I think we have to.
This letter
We
is
don't fix
hours
the door.
old.
He's gone.
I say
You'd have to
what
find him.
the
We don't
Loxodon
have to
doesn't
send
know
it, I
doesn't
forgot.
hurt him.
We have to fix the door before he comes back then.
Okay, so we all collectively lied to the goody two
You just
shoes.
blame it
No,
on
no.
Ralnor. It'll be
There's a
fine.
part of it's the meta. Jake's out, but
Yeah.
so you'll be. How will you be tracking down this Bugarda figure?
Well, we have an inn, I think, but
They attacked
More-
your home, though.
exactly, and that's the issue. We need to bolster our defenses, so we're wondering if maybe we could contract out the Defiant Smiles.
Of course, there will be times where I will ask the same of you. Admittedly, some of the archers are little more than, well, they're decent marksmen, but I wouldn't trust them in an all-out brawl. I'm sure Adon would be more than happy. He might even waive his fee, but of course. You said there was damage as well, yes?
Yeah,
I could do my best to repair what there is.
Yes, please.
that'd be
Do you have
great.
any?
I've spent a fair bit of time often in the gores with the dwarves, and maybe I could offer a bit of help.
You have recommended contractors as well. I think we
It
might
would
be
take me some time.
looking to expand a bit pretty soon.
I think that's a conversation perhaps for when we're a little more at ease.
Right now we need to fix the front doors.
With what happened at the duelist earlier and all of the
What?
issues that have been happening here. I'm sorry?
The
Did we happen
duelist.
at the duelist?
What's wrong with the duelist?
I assumed you'd already heard. The daring duelist was attacked over an hour ago.
I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go?
I'm gonna go.
Do you have your armor?
Do you know anything
Yeah, I'm wearing my
about the
armor.
attack?
I know some. I had heard a woman there had been hurt, but they managed to drive off.
I'm gonna go.
Take.
Go with her. I'll stay here.
Okay.
No,
Wait.
Hey.
Elle? Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I have to leave, but I would love to hear if Brask had any illicit conversations passing around about us. But I'm gonna go. You can tell the answer to Gwenwyn. Bye bye.
Do you want Adon to come with you or no?
Do you want to stay here and I'll take it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay with Gwenwyn.
Splitting off, we're gonna have you head off with Adon. You guys are talking. You're doing the
Run out the
negotiations
door.
here. Maybe a quick persuasion check to see if he's gonna be willing to waive fees because of the dire situation. Ideally, it's not that expensive, so we'll
That's
see.
definitely caught.
13.
If you want the whole guild, Milton included,
Yeah.
it's absolutely affordable, but you're probably talking about for like spending 60 to 80 gold a day. Get the whole guild, equipment, supplies, everything, and also shutting the business down. This is him. That is with the pay cut.
Mm-hmm.
You comfortable with that?
You just tell me how much money it costs, and I'll take it out of party later.
Yeah.
I think
400 gold. take
hopefully
Friday.
it shouldn't take too long to
400 gold.
run through the ranks and kill
400
these.
gold. You'll have them for. You would assume more than enough time to deal with this.
Yeah.
And also, they'll also help you repair, and they'll serve as hirelings. They're happy to work. Like these people, they'll probably do some training in the courtyard.
You
And,
can bully Emmett more.
There you go. But great.
okay. As you guys are working on the negotiation, we're gonna jump back over to Victoria because I want to keep things moving as we're here. You have Roundlord here. You pass the roll, so no one attacks you here in the streets in Little Barbada.
Deception or persuasion, I cannot roll a double digit.
You know that Pluvia's home is currently empty, save for servants who are trying all manner of flowers and herbs to cleanse the smell. You do know that she's actually been staying at a loft a loft above this fine bathhouse owned by another noble family who she serves under, the Mendavian. Said that one incorrectly. The Mendesians. Mendev is the other thing.
The other thing. I was like,
Mendesians.
ooh.
But eventually, making your way to this fine ivory structure, strange angular not quite columns, like inverted V's, pinpoint holding up the corners of this tall structure, revealing an open, this sort of open floor plan bathhouse. You see several lizard folk are in these warm, bubbling waters. Others are resting upon these cooled rocks, which appear to have some sort of magical effect that is giving them just the ability to heat and cool at will. All manner of scale. There are some humans here and there, but you make your way around the side. Greet a familiar face to you, Rosemary, Pluvia's attendant, who you've seen. She helped doing the fittings on your fine dresses. But eventually, you are escorted up by Rosemary towards the loft. A few moments later, you hear footsteps. I'm coming, Rosie. And with that, opening the door, dressed gorgeously. She's got this long, gray, elegant, it looks like this long, gray, elegant dress that is belted by, it's this fine black leather belt with a series of these strange chains on them. Probably some sort of magical protections that she wears with her. Is Pluvia Nile, this water genasi woman. Oh my God, well, come on in. Oh, Meanie, I missed you so much.
Missed you too. I hate to come on business, but you and I.
No, you come wherever you want.
All right. Well, again, I definitely.
You go and escort to this soft silken sofa.
I'm lounging now. Shoes are kicked off. I'm lounging.
Oh my God, who did your nails?
I did. You know, I don't have any of my attendants here.
Oh my God, I haven't touched my toes in years, since before I met Tommy for sure.
So I hate to come on business, but you know what? I know.
Spit it out, love.
I know Tommy's got a little problem right now.
Oh my God, Tommy's been so distant. One of his buddies apparently got some sort of tiff.
One of his buddies went ahead and blew up part of my house.
Mr. Bugarda did what?
He came and he sent some dudes
Oh.
in. Nearly killed one of my friends.
That slimy little Creighton.
Slimy little man. Yeah, I know. Tiny man. So, you see, I have a discussion I'd like to have with this man, you know? I'd like to, woman to man, have a little discussion
Well,
with
for being
him.
honest, I don't know what Mr. Bugarda is, but...
With Tommy.
Oh, I mean, honey, I put on the push-up. We'll get you a conversation with Tommy and his brother.
Amazing. Pluvia, you are an absolute doll.
Oh, honey. You may treat me all sweet, like I'm the Tinkto Bay itself, but you're the light bouncing right off its surface.
Listen. There's a little bit of shopping I need to get done today, too. And I know the magic shops may not be your thing, but if you want to go out, later we should go out.
Oh, no. Tommy told me I was supposed to stay here, so nobody came and took me.
Actually, you know what? That's way safer for
Oh,
me.
but if you need a place to stay, you could fire a cannon at these walls.
You know what, sweetheart? That is more than appreciated. But I have to just say, if they came and they tried to blow up my own house, how would you feel if somebody came and tried to blow up your? I don't know if I want to do that to you.
Oh, Tommy would pull out his gun.
You know what?
I'm not wrong.
Go on, my God.
So, Pluvia,
Tommy the drone, emote when.
Pluvia, sweetheart, if you could get me a meeting with Tommy,
Okay, it'll take me a couple hours.
I'll owe you a trip to whichever salon you pick.
Oh, you're so sweet. You know, the Mendesians take care of me.
I know they do, but I want to do something for
If
you.
if all of the High Lords drop dead, and a couple of other noble families, she'd be next in line to the crown. So,
You know what? I didn't hear it, but I heard it.
of course, the walls are soundproofed for me and for others.
All right. I'd like to just talk.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk some shit with Pluvia for a little while.
Absolutely.
And, like, kind of like bide my time and wait for my meeting.
Yeah. Over the course of time that you
I
spent
actually
here,
love like Ismini and me both love Pluvia.
Over the course of the time,
Like actual friends, not just like
yeah,
take
no,
like,
Pluvia's the most interesting woman in Eltz.
oh, we're gonna Clella will take issue with that. During the course of your time here, you gained the benefits of this structure. You had a D4 to all skill checks for the until you take a long rest.
Is Dragon Chess a skill check?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed
Do you
to
want
know.
to do you want to teach her a little bit of like you want to play some cards with her maybe?
Well, here's the thing.
Tell me the thing. Honey, tell me the thing.
I need the cards for later.
Okay, I got my own cards. We can play with mine.
Well, I meant whenever I talk to Tommy and Ricky.
Oh, that's fine. All right.
But I'm gonna practice with Pluvia.
I'll send Rosie to set up the meeting. I'll be honest, Tommy would be a little bit upset if I went with you to meet with Ricky. Ricky sometimes gets real testy. He's gotten so much better over the years.
That's fine. I can meet with either one of them. It's
No, you'll both be there.
our interests are aligned in a way that I feel is unexpected.
Hey, Twilight District's a nice place as long as you go there during the right times and you know the right people and you wear the right clothes.
Absolutely.
So dress nice. Maybe tell your big tusky hunk not to maybe carry too much in there.
It'll just be me.
She kind of explains a little bit. Hey, maybe don't. It'll just. You want to go meet with him alone?
My friends aren't gonna like what I say to him.
you don't want to bring any of us?
You might consider if you make the decision. You've got hours to decide if you're bringing a second.
You might bring this one.
Let's jump over to Elle, who has never run faster in her life, I guess.
I'm gonna work for the mob.
Yeah, I can spare. Well, I can't do it.
No, you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
mechanical. But sprinting through the streets, going as fast as you can.
Slow down.
You're fine.
Did
You
you
eventually
No.
round the corner to Pirewood Row, and you see one of the shops here. The shop owner's just kind of sitting in the front, is looking dejected. His home and shop is fine, but this man, you kind of see it on his face that he's had a rough day. Keep going. You see some folks who are tough. You hear people talking about how are we going to make the next payment. As you're going through Pirewood Row, the Bugardas have been here, and it would seem, heading over towards the Defiant Smiles, the daring duelist, this bar that you've fought at for a while. There's a small crowd still outside. A number of guards are taking statements from some normal patrons. You see some familiar
Is
faces.
the Lucky Smith okay?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. You have to go check it out a little bit further on. I'll just let you know. You'll check it out later in the
Glance
day.
over. It's not
The
smoldering.
the little luck.
The little luck, sorry.
The little luck is still standing. It's mostly made of stone. Good luck burning it down, and maybe pissing off the dwarf who runs there is not a great idea.
Don't piss off Finjan Locksmith.
Yeah. Don't.
Don't piss off the dwarf who makes weapons. Seems like a bad idea.
But as you go
Yeah, I
ahead and
rush up.
proceed on in,
I'm not even like waiting for a dawn. Not admittedly, just going.
you see there is inside the structure still there are more guards here who are taking statements from people. There is a body on the floor, a white sheet on top. There is a number of people here who you would recognize as you're kind of just taking a quick stock. You see a pair of high elven men who are sitting nearby talking, both looking quite injured. One of which you've met before, who is holding a what looks to just be a raw steak over his eye itself, a huge bruise forming on one half of his face. This is Duke Debonair Torlin Dinshast.
Oh, I remember Duke Dippin.
There is also another elf who you vaguely recognize. You can't quite place him, but the two elves are just chatting. They clearly were fighting. Were fighting someone at some point. You can see that the table itself in the center has been split down the middle and has what looks to be scorch marks. The bar itself, further away from the, there, you can see a line on the ground where a bolt of lightning has struck through the room, shattering both the table and part of the bar. Someone roughed this place up. As you continue looking around, you want to give me a perception check, or are you taking any other action?
I really approached Duke Debonair.
Oh, hello.
No. What happened? Who was it?
Well, was is the right term.
There's a white sheet, so.
Huh?
There's a white sheet on them, so.
That was the top. He stops for a moment before using her duelist name. That was Gulka. You know Gulka to be the half-orc witch
We
here. And as you kind of point out, you see standing on the white sheet, kind of nestled near the top, is this white salamander, probably about 8 inches long, just kind of resting up against her body, covered up in this sheet. Her familiar. Look, as you're kind of looking in the room, you now see one of the guards kind of stepping aside, as kneeling next to the body is an injured woman you recognize to be Jam. Jam herself has blood running down the side of her temple, and you see she's holding her side. One of the medics comes over and walks over, and she's just
Can I just
gestures off.
storm up?
Sure.
Yeah.
The
Guards be
the other elf with the lyre at his hip tries to stop you, and you off. You just that fine. He goes back to healing Torlin. All right, you head up to Jam, who sees you and just.
Health potion?
There's other who.
Take it. I have an alchemist. And you need it.
She drinks the potion as some of her wounds begin to heal.
What happened? You can spare the details if they're painful. I'm guessing the Bugardas.
She kind of gestures over to a fine sword on the ground. Thin, it's an estoc that is on the ground. You can see that its hilt is made of platinum, and it's incredibly well made. And she's sitting there. Stabbed somebody.
Good job.
He just killed her like it was nothing. And I froze, and the others, they started hitting people, and I didn't know what to do. And I hit the table, and you see she gestures over. You see a small red stain. It looks like she hit her head on the table as she was struck. I came to, and Ader, he had driven a bunch of them off. He had them. It was like they were dancing. And the elves, they fought him off, but at this point she kind of explains a little bit more that a group of these thugs had attacked. Some of them dressed up as soldiers, but it became very clear quickly as they started trying to collect the earnings, claiming that gambling wasn't legal here. And as they went on, eventually those two elves and her, as well as a couple other duelists, got into a fight with them. She only jumped in once they had killed the orc woman.
Yeah. Good job swinging your sword. Hey.
She takes your hand.
Stand up.
You see weakly she stands. She's got, you can see that she's wearing a few pieces of armor. I was gonna have a match today.
Can't believe you didn't tell me. I would have been here for it.
You don't get a name until after you win your first one.
I don't believe in that.
I thought
definitely
it would be a fun
picked mine.
surprise.
Did you have one picked out?
I did figure out a trick. I don't feel like playing fencing today, though.
We're not gonna play fencing.
I should. Yes.
I assume you have your attendant is gonna show up and collect, but
she thinks for a moment, not really trying to. Otto should be coming. My brother will pick me up.
well, your brother's gonna have to wait.
Don't you look at me, Victoria. Don't you look at me, Victoria.
Jake is screaming at home.
Jake's
I can hear
screaming
it.
at
I
home.
can actually hear it from Alabama.
Yeah. Hang on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know who this is.
He's gonna have to wait.
I heard the guards doing anything.
Because they're incompetent.
The captain sent orders and told them to
Hey, Jim.
just take our statements and go. They took the bodies.
My friend looked death in the eyes this morning. I was attacked while taking a run.
Hey, I still have some healing.
We're gonna go. And you're gonna come with me. And your brother can find you later. And this is not a question. Let's go.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I don't have
Jam very much is like
Jail.
19.
That's a natural 2.
I don't mark those down.
She reaches down, picks up the blade, and you watch as she sheaths the weapon. It is silent going into the sheath.
Nice sword.
A lucky find.
Lucky indeed.
And she'll head off with you.
Be my friend Adon.
Hey!
Be chill, Adon.
What is... And you
No.
watch as she sheaths the weapon, as it was quiet, it is no longer visible.
Be chill. Let's go back to the Smiles. And then we're going home.
Oh, all right. With that, you head off towards the rest of your party here. I'm gonna
kidnap a
I'm gonna go ahead and
princess if you
continue on this trail.
Kidnap a princess. Why not?
No, Jam's not a princess.
Brother, toe.
Jumping on over here to our dear Gwynwyn and Thorn.
This is my
A little bit later, you've organized. You've got several of the team members here of the Defiant Smiles have their bags. Some of them a little bit sweatier, having taken that run from before. You've paid this initial gold, which will come out of the party loot, 400 gold pieces,
Mark off.
which will handle quite a bit of what you're doing here. And we're gonna continue on. Lilia, you're arriving here, jam in hand. You took her hand. Did you let go?
No.
You pulled this lightly armored lady through
Bowser, let's go.
through Firewood Row all the way to Westgate.
Hi.
Stupid.
I like
Welcome
lean
to the
around,
party.
like, mouthing at Elle, doing the like KISSING.
You almost died this morning. You're not allowed to
By
make
your
jokes.
girlfriend.
Are
No.
you hurt? I can help.
I'll be fine.
Sorry, just one hand.
I mean, if you like really want to hurt someone, we can like have someone.
I don't want to
brawl.
hurt anyone.
No, like if you want to heal someone, we can have some people brawl. That would make you feel more at
okay.
ease.
You can have your sleepover with your friend. It's okay.
You
allow
brought
it.
your uncle
Hand-
to live in our house.
Hand is yoinked out. That is not appropriate.
Yeah,
it's-
Thorn.
Be
Thorn.
nicer to your friends.
We're all adults here.
You should be kinder to your friends.
My friends come from all ranks of society.
I'll grow on you. I promise.
He just stick around.
Yeah.
Like a fungus.
Quite.
I can't prove it. I was rolling to see if I could make a fungus joke. Like, I can't, by the way.
Yeah. You might even call me a fun guy.
I thought you were gonna go with thorn in our side.
She laughs just lightly into her hand.
So you know the rest. You'll meet the Smiles. I introduce everyone. I make disparaging remarks that are funny, but not that mean about all the recruits.
I wanted to come up with a hand wave my
You do
disparaging.
a little bit of a roast, huh?
Hand wave my disparaging remarks.
14 charisma.
You do a quick, a tight 10-minute set.
Yeah.
Here.
Michael Scott, boom, roasted.
It's pretty good. Make a performance check for me
Sure.
as you try to show off to your friend.
Does she crack a defiant smile?
It's an 11.
It's an 11. That's all right.
It's okay.
It seems like she's a bit distracted
Central
from the
called.
violence.
They're not
She
into
hurt
it.
someone.
Yeah.
Netflix is, though.
She would have let you know. She doesn't know if she killed him or not.
You know, I killed a guy yesterday,
My God, that's
but he was like really, really horrible. Most of the people who like randomly attack random places are like
Are we-
genuinely horrible.
Are we walking back to the warehouse right now? Is that what's
Yes.
happening? We're heading off as a group.
Can
It
I
is-
retrieve Thorn to help me?
You could
You
send
can,
squad.
we're gonna okay. So
Like,
you're
about
heading
to
back
walk
here.
off and I just
Yeah,
get
where
like
is
a
this
yank
meeting?
back.
Eventually, you meet up with Ismini. Ismini, you see walking. You see Jam and the entire guild of the Defiant Smiles, except for Silas. You missed your heavy hitter, or you missed your tank.
Yeah.
Hey,
Lady Ismini.
hi, Jam, Thorn. Everyone, I'm about to ask Tommy if he'd like to hire us directly.
Who's Tommy?
We'll talk about it later.
Not something best to be discussed out in the open.
Not sort of
Business
a,
prospect.
She has no idea.
Business
not
prospect.
sort of a sunlight.
I would tell her if anybody else is shutting me up.
It's a business prospect.
business partner.
Because
Prospect.
I want to.
Is this about those men who
I-
attacked?
Yes.
I want to
Yeah.
stop what's happening in the area. Do I have a?
Are you Ismini?
Oh, because you're dolled up.
I'm dolled up and saying I want to stop bad things from happening.
Microphone.
You're dolled up and you're talking about working with the Ladrones.
The drones are criminals. They might have sent those men.
Those men are explicitly splintered off from the Ladrones. The Ladrones want them stopped and we want them stopped. For right now, our interests align, and I do not want the Ladrones also mad at everybody.
The enemy of your enemy is your enemy and some other thing.
and also your
Yeah.
temporary
Right.
business partner.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
If you can act in a way to help the city, then you should.
The most important
It's
thing to me
foundational.
is that less
Care a lot
people
about
get
elves.
hurt.
Huh?
Yeah. I second that.
Okay.
Go for it.
So are we okay? We're sending Connor and Victoria.
We're sending
Goodbye,
most
charisma
charming
people.
Bye.
Oh, I have like no charisma. I just
That's why-
end up in bad situations all the time.
Yeah.
I just
Alright.
give them the
Have fun with
folder.
your-
It's all good.
Making your so
Your vibes.
Lilier, Gwynwyn, Jam, and the Defiant Smiles.
That's what Thorn does when he casts his
You knew
spell.
I
It
was
goes
gonna
like this.
kidnap her eventually.
Oh, here's this just in case we need it.
She's got a sword.
Oh my god.
And healing
She,
magic.
also, look at her color coding.
Yeah.
It's pretty Eltzian.
It's pretty Eltzian.
Yeah,
Pretty Eltzian.
a lot of people wear a bunch of Eltzian stuff. Like that's a very common thing.
Yeah, but Jem talks all the time about how much she loves elves.
With that, I'm gonna because we've been playing with Clella here. We're gonna jump over to Connor and Victoria. So Thorn and Lady Callister are gonna make their way
It's Lady
northward.
Callister today.
As you make your way further north, eventually you feel like eyes stop being on you in the same way. You don't feel the raw bloodlust in the air from the occasional near misses you've had with the Bugardas. When you finally arrive, passing by the arches, making it towards the Twilight District,
On the
it's odd in the daytime.
on the way there, I'll just be like, "What's the game plan?"
Go in. I hand him a notebook full of fuck-ups from his cousins, and I say, look, your family right now is suffering. My family is suffering.
Nephews are.
I thought it was cousins.
Tommy's kids were the ones you met.
Tommy's kids?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Tommy's children.
Yes. His dumb sons.
Right now, your family's kind of screwed. My family's kind of screwed. We work together on this. I'm friends with Pluvia. You're friends with Pluvia. Our interests align. You help me take care of these guys.
We're sure he can read? Just saying, some people can't read. Nothing
against them, but
against them.
I think he'll be able to pick up the information here that I have on...
Thorn is really endearing, genuinely.
on Bugsy and Frank Ladrone.
Bugsy.
I forgot about them.
All right.
Oh, I have notes!
All right.
How much do you
You
stick out
make
with
your way
all of
through the
these?
Twilight District. The Twilight District itself, these buildings painted gorgeous colors, perfumes gently rolling through the breeze as the skies themselves have begun to clear a little bit. The drizzle no longer present. You can put your parasol down, Lady Callister. But taking your time walking through. Thorn, are you walking as if you're like a similar noble, or are you walking as you're her muscle? What do you want to be? What's the general vibe? What are the vibes?
It's Thorn vibes.
Thorn vibes? All right.
Yeah.
Heading on through, you do see a lot of these places have these small courtyards that are high walled, like 8 feet of these wooden walls, painted fine colors.
Bugarda?
So
Bugarda? Is that the name?
that is the name, but we're not anywhere near them.
Okay, no, I just need to know how to
You're
say
in the
it.
heart of Ladrone territory.
Great. Bugarda.
Eventually, you come to a relatively innocuous spot situated between what looks to be some fine casino and a apartment complex, perhaps. In this structure, probably looks like a 1-story building, probably about 35 feet across. You do notice, however, that sitting in in a couple of the patios in the apartment complex overlooking this, there are certainly men who are paying attention as you're walking by, likely with crossbows hidden beneath, just out of sight. Proceeding forwards, there is a familiar face here as you made your way according to Pluvia's instructions. Rosemary, Pluvia's attendant, is present. Miss Callister, excuse me, my manners have slipped. Lady Callister, I'm to assist you and help you with any information you have before you speak with the family.
Rosemary, you have been absolutely nothing but kind to me, so give it to me straight. How screwed am I walking in there?
Do you have something that they want?
Nothing but manpower.
Mr. Ladrone, well, Pluvia's bow has put some pressure on his older brother over the recent months to alter the methods of their business. Mr. Bugarda didn't like that so much and preferred to go a different route. Perhaps hear out Ricky and see what he has to say.
Hear out Ricky.
Ricky's in charge of the families.
Okay, I'll hear out Ricky. Either way, I think we all want the same thing in the end.
I do have. She pulls out this small square piece of like ceramic, almost like a tile. If we need Pluvia, we can call on her. This functions as like a cast of sending. It may help or it may hinder. Ricky finds Pluvia's charms to be hit or miss.
Understandable.
But she's gonna go ahead and hand this item to you.
Okay, thank you.
If you don't use it, please return it to me.
Absolutely.
With that, she's expected to be kept pretty quiet from here.
Yeah.
You walk closer to the structure, and as you do, the doors are opened up. This simple white like eggshell building. The front doors open up, and you see inside mahogany everywhere. These fine booths. As this tiny hole in the wall bar is gilded. It's gorgeous here. You can see that some of the booths to the side have these descended curtains to offer a bit of privacy there. But as you walk through, you see a few people here. Some smoking these elongated pipes. Others are actually working here, playing some cards. You're watched the entire time here. You can't help to notice, has your passive perception 15 or higher?
It is actually 15.
You can't help but notice nearly every person here is armed. As you were escorted past the bar, where you descend down a small staircase kept just near the fine liquor. Descending down, you are brought to a much less cozy place, but certainly quite difficult to get to. This stony room underneath has a long wooden table with a man sitting there, a human man in a simple black tunic. You can see that there's a coat rack nearby with a fine jacket that has been laid on it, and a familiar face is standing at his side. Tommy Ladrone is standing next to his brother. Their features similar, though Ricky is quite a bit older. Looks like Ricky's probably in his 50s. But he looks at you, deep wrinkles on his face as you enter, and gestures towards the seats before you. Though there are no additional men or women in this room besides those you've brought with you, you can't help but shake the feeling that you are being watched. The man looks at you for a time, sizing you up, then towards your companion here. Why did you send for me?
I've taken a notice in your family since I arrived in Eltz. And I pull out the notebook and set it on the table.
Coming here to talk about my family is either very smart or very dumb. He takes this tome, begins looking through this.
You and I both have to watch after the younger generation of our families. Mine just a little more unconventional. No one else has laid eyes on this book. It's not actually important. It's just boys being boys. However, you and I have a shared problem. You want the Bugardas gone? I want the Bugardas gone.
Only one man with the name Bugarda. You want to take care of my old right-hand man? We can talk about it. You coming in here with this, Toma antics with Bugsy and his little brother? You went all the way to Coppersbeck. Got a bit of dirt. You put it on my desk. Is there more of this somewhere?
No. I'm friends with Pluvia.
Takes this.
I don't need
Tommy,
it.
look what your boys wrote. Just you see Tommy standing there. You can definitely see is very different from when you saw him before. He's very serious, very still, maybe nervous. Looking down at this. He chuckles just a little bit. Kind of tension breaking a little bit. Begins kind of looking through his son's adventures here. A green kobold. Kind of thumbing through this a little bit. Closes it. And goes back to having crossed arms, book still in hand. Now I'd like to know why the hell so many people want you dead. Bugarda, I heard about what you stopped his plans over in the weeds. Seems like there's more than that.
Remember that necromancer, Zarathal? Animating people. Killing people over at O'Brien Steel.
Yeah, before some recent changes here in how we conduct ourselves. I had met that Goliath son of a bitch a few times. A couple bodies misappropriated.
Hit to the Branson mansion. Getting that little blue fox in order to find him. You heard about it.
What do you think I dropped off the bodies? Yeah. So you dealt with the necromancer? And now you're coming here talking about dealing with my problems. Bugarda wants to keep things the way they were. My brother, smartest man I ever met, wants to innovate.
I'm interested in innovation. I don't think any of us like what's going on with that.
What'd you think of the Twilight? your way in here. What was your impression of my lovely abode?
I think you keep a tight enough leash on things that if anything spiraled out of control, you'd have a handle on it in 5 minutes flat. If less.
You have a... Thinks for a word. He's thinking of a word, and he takes a moment and pulls a cigar out, just trimming one end. He's kind of thinking. You ever play with little matchsticks as a kid? You build up a tower. Sometimes pieces are too big. You gotta break them, keep them in line. Well, if you don't have a lot of money, you didn't grow up too rich. You only have so many matchsticks. You don't want to break them unless you have to. I think that's a good message. We teach our kids good things sometimes.
All I know is that there's a man trying to double dip in your pot, and it's not fair to you. You've had a handle on things for how long? Now somebody comes in and tries to take from the people that you already have under your protection.
You shake down a bunch of poor people. You don't get much. Figure instead we pay them a lot, booze them up, see how much they like to leave in my house. Make a bit more money and, well, get to tell my nephews what I do for a living.
Some of them aren't leaving their houses now. With all the problems in the Twilight District. With all the problems in Holy Fandra as well.
So what's in this for you? You come in here, offer me all this, you're gonna deal with Bugarda. You're gonna go find that bitch witch who's working with him.
You give me all the information I need. All I know is that he tried to kill one of my friends this morning. Damn near did it.
See, now I'm understanding. Your family?
Yeah,
Someone who matters to you?
absolutely.
We also understand that there's a
Oh, he speaks.
contract out on these people.
Mercenaries too. We're not in it for nothing.
I find that when you grease the palms a bit, you can trust when people say a little bit more. You want my coin? Well, I can provide it.
We definitely want to take out these, I guess a thorn in your side. We'd like to remove it. And,
Clever.
just now realizing what that sounds like. And, I guess getting paid is just a bonus on top of that.
Way I see it, I wanted to get all the debts in the barrow settled, anyways. Maybe Bugarda finds himself in the Tincto Bay, and my men stop being in the barrows to begin at all.
My apologies. I didn't properly introduce myself.
I've heard a thing or two, but please be my guest.
Ismini Callister of Ivsil, daughter of House Callister, servants to the House of Summer.
You gonna put my my old right-hand man inside of a little bubble?
Would you prefer to have him?
Oh.
Listen,
You
I
see
know what
Tommy
you do.
looks over at his older brother. Now, you asked me a couple years ago what I'd like from you. Well, I would be improper to say in front of a lady. But Bugarda's not one to come so quietly. He's got friends in low places. He was my contact to some folks you really don't want to deal with. They really rip open the front half of your house?
Yeah, we did.
Oh. Well, I know if it was me. And if someone came here and ripped the front off of my bar, I'd be pretty pissed off. The world's an old thing. It favors those who've lived long enough to given themselves time to grow. And anyone came here and fucked with my house, they wouldn't have that luxury.
I'm young enough to say that I don't want them to find all the pieces.
I like this one. Where do you find her?
Yeah. I would say think of this meeting as just a breaking of bread. Maybe letting you know that we're going to take care of this.
And we're not here to fuck with you.
Exactly.
Just him.
I think I like you already. You know, this whole time I was kind of expecting some persuasion checks, but honestly, you're
No.
saying the things we're talking about. You're doing persuasion.
We're gonna become the mod.
Now,
I'm unscrupulous. I don't know what you're talking
We're gonna
about.
kill them all.
a lot of the work we do is
Neutral.
hard to be quite so on the books. But maybe I need some help in the future. We'll maybe go find a little place over in the Barrows, just to inquire.
Tiny little warehouse, nothing to look at. We'll be there. Not all my friends are nearly as, how do I put this? You want to work with us? Easiest to go through one of us here.
Well, you gave me some advice. I'll give you some as well. Maybe don't trust the guards so much.
I don't.
Right with you there.
I don't.
We had he took a couple of my men with him. Had a big muscle head.
Bugbear?
You've met.
I think he's in multiple pieces already.
Yeah, fuck him.
Might have been a few places.
I used to have a witch on my staff in case I needed to do a bit of a, well, sometimes people had to have the right dreams. But just before Bugarda left, he had brought in a captain. Captain Plankett's in charge of the whole West End.
Captain Blanket?
Plankett.
Blanket.
Plackett, excuse me. It's a weird voice and I wasn't looking at my notes. Captain Sten Plackett. There's been some weird orders coming by. Guards been going places that they only would go if they were told to by their boss.
What's the name of the guy that we have in the floorboards?
Kieran.
Kieran.
I was gonna ask him about Kieran. Do you know Kieran? Night guy, one arm. Lost the other one to our our friend.
Yeah, I know Kieran. Lost his hand a while back. Not quite as useful to me that way. He was double dipping.
Yeah, what he said to us earlier today was that there were 3 different groups of people interested. Don't know who the third is.
I know two.
Do you need him back to find out the third?
I don't know what you think the second one is. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. No, Kieran's been working a little bit on my side of the town, doing work for the people who need it. I know Bugarda's paying him since he split off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, some rich rat worked over in Hollyfandra. Tommy, what was his name? Vincent? Tommy looks down. Yeah, he's Victor.
Victor?
Wait, Victor?
Victor. Yeah. Hey, Victor, some, Huh?
Small, yeah.
Yeah, he was some, worked at he worked one of the High Lords, used to work for him. Tommy kind of quickly explains, yes, Victor's been one of the people who's come over and paid. Victor paid him before the whole thing with Bugarda happened. That's why the Ladrones know about this.
What did Victor need him for?
Victor has beef with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because everyone knows what you did.
That's what I'm pretending to be.
It's not towards you in particular, it's towards y'all.
You also
Oh,
well,
well,
let's crush.
I
if
didn't
you
hit
ever
on
want him
anyone.
back,
She hit on me. Okay?
Oh.
I'm the victim.
I'd be careful. If there are more heads looking for you, it's possible you got people coming from below.
the Undercroft.
These walls have ears?
I don't trust damn near anybody enough to be talking too much about them.
Fair enough.
We'll take the note.
If they are after you, I'd run. They got some heavy hitters.
I think we might have met one.
Yeah, we've done enough to draw their attention a few times, but we appreciate the info.
Thanks for the heads up.
So we'll take care of your guy. Would you happen to know where he's at right now, or anywhere he might be holed up? point us in the direction. We'll take aim.
You know, if I've known Bugarda for a while. Well, he does like to do a bit of muscling, but what he really likes is when he's got someone really pushing their buttons. And what better place for a wannabe gangster to go and hide than in the keep of a captain under his very thumb? There's a castle just a bit north of the Barrows. My best guess. How are you gonna get in there? Oh, that's not my problem.
Gently open my purse, reach in, pull out a little wooden box that I keep, open it up, pull out a little handkerchief. I seem to be getting most places with this.
Well, good luck. We found a misappropriated shipment of some supplies recently, and Bugarda's got a couple of uniforms. You better be sure who you're talking to before you present that.
We also may
You're holding,
have
just to clarify for anyone who might not remember, you're holding a favor from the crown. You can't use this infinitely.
Right, but I'm going to sit here and use it until I no longer can. I will use my resource.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work, Fireball does.
But yeah, we have even less intrusive means of possibly getting in.
So friends and hi.
All right.
Shadow.
At this point, kind of in closing, before I jump back to the rest of our players and we jump towards the end of our session tonight, Tommy's going to speak up. Hey, you. I appreciate you bringing this back for my boys. Don't make it to Coppersbeck as often as I'd like. Maybe when this is all settled, I can take Pluvia up to Coppersbeck, see what it's like there in summer.
I think she'd have fun on a trip with you no matter where it was.
Only time of year Kryvar's out of there, so.
Oh.
Oh yeah, real prick. Super horny for this painter chick.
So we've heard. From him directly, it's in fact.
Hello.
Cat.
Cat.
Hey.
With that, I think we're going to fade out
very
here on that
monster.
side, gathering a little bit more information. If you had more questions, we can talk about it a little bit later. Hello, Jazz. So back at the warehouse, the home of our heroes, the whole of the guild has gathered alongside Jam, Adon.
Capos?
You and me, buddy.
Adon is here. Adon is fully excited as he's getting to work. Like he's basically getting to work out. He's carrying big stacks of lumber as you're kind of going and setting up a barricade over the damaged portion here of the front of your home.
Can I check my lab to make sure that nothing got tampered with? Because we did have invaders in here.
You can go ahead and go in there and make an investigation check. Jam kind of nervous as this is going on. I've never.
Would you like a
seen
tour?
A tour could be interesting. Certainly.
The rest of you can come.
You see about half of them take you up on the offer and guiding through.
24.
24. You can see that several objects have been moved and touched and tapped. Very little appears to have been stolen upon first blush. However,
That.
your project involving the tattooing.
That's it. The ink, I haven't started yet. I haven't had time to start that.
Oh, during your... Okay.
I didn't start that. I was too busy with the unicorn.
Then I put him in the wrong room. Because he was investigating. That was what he...
Yeah, I haven't started that at all. I have no progress made.
Everything seems fine.
Ooh. Lucky.
Going through on your tour, getting things introduced here.
Here's my elven tree.
What is the plan for the party? Knowing that you're quite hurt, that more attacks could come at any time. You have defenders here, so your home won't be lost.
I think it's time to spend some money.
We need to go shopping and get our supplies sorted.
We
Finding
also
some
should
equipment?
Maybe ask some questions of the guy that we tied up and stuffed into your
Floorboards?
floorboards?
Yeah.
Maybe contact
We go very quickly
A
past this
shopping
lady's
spree,
room.
an interrogation, and a possible assault on a fortified position.
Yeah.
All of those will have to happen next time here on Stories to D4. I am going to end the session here. You all have done an incredible job, even those of you with cracked ribs. Thank you so much for joining us. We have an absolute blast making this show. If you want to support us, please, oh please. What was the word I was going to say?
Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. Join our socials, and come on, check out our Discord. It's literally free. We love getting to talk with the people who are enjoying our show. We talk about different 5e mechanics and all sorts of magical things that happen here on the show. This Sunday we'll be having footnotes. Who's on footnotes this week? It's our dear Clella. We're gonna be talking a little bit about this strange assassin. One last thing. May I have a history check from our dear Elilie?
I love these. I truly live for them. A 22.
This Sunday on Footnotes, we will be talking about the House Yidara assassin, a scion from a guild that no longer exists.
Scion.
That's all for our show. We'll see you this Sunday, and we hope you have an excellent evening. Good night.
Bye.